are not paying enough taxes. Madam Speaker, we are ready as people of Laikipia to pay more taxes so that we can buy more guns for the government, because the government seems to have left us to the hands of bandits. Madam Speaker, thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Honorable Senators, I have seen a very high number of interests here. I want to reduce the time to 2 minutes each. I know it is of national interest, but I am seeing everybody has locked in. So what I wanted, okay, can we talk of 3 minutes? What is your point of order, Senator Wetangula?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to urge the chair to treat this matter as of extreme national importance and treat it as if it was a motion of adjournment. Given that on the order paper, Madam Speaker, we have several divisions, and as we wait for quorum for divisions, I would urge the chair to give us at least the first 1 hour so that we can debate this matter seriously and fully. It has constitutional implications and many other issues that we need to say, Madam Speaker. I beg to request. And in a matter of this nature, Madam Speaker, 2 minutes will hardly be enough for anyone to say anything. So I suggest that you give us 5 minutes each, with yours truly here requesting for 10.
Senator Wetangula, now you want me to exercise discrimination in the House. I don't want to exercise discrimination in the House. I would really like to urge you, you can go to your point, don't repeat what has been said, so that the maximum is 5 minutes, but if you can take 3 or 2 minutes, if you can take 3 minutes, you will attract the eye of the speaker, always. Now that the senator is is suggesting that I should discriminate a little bit, I'll discriminate in the future if you really take less time. Because yes, we know this is something that's extremely serious. We want to give it the time that senators would like to give this motion. So let's try as much as possible to reduce time so that we're able to allow everybody to express themselves on this. Senator Gerard Gay Samson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. From the onset, I agree with Senator Moses Wetangula. I had already discussed with Kinyua, but because we wanted resolution, we thought this is the best route. From the onset, Madam Speaker, on my own behalf and on behalf of the people of County of Nandi, I want to pass our deepest condolences, and our prayers and thoughts are with the people of Laikipia during these hard times, Madam Speaker. We are wishing them well and praying that this insecurity that we are witnessing and the bandits have overthrown the government there, because the information we are having, Madam Speaker, is even the bandits are flying a black flag, which shows that they are in charge. And it is very unfortunate, Madam Speaker. Several schools have been closed. This is in clear violation of the constitutional provision. Madam Speaker, when you look under Article 238 of the Constitution, on national principles of national security, this should have been the matter that should have been treated with the attention it deserves, Madam Speaker. I would have expected the CS in charge of Interior, the IG, not only the RC to be on the ground, Madam Speaker, so that they can be able to assist our people. Our people are in distress. They are suffering. And listening at the Laikipia Senator Kinyua, in fact, yesterday we had reports that even the meeting they were doing, a few meters, the bandits were shooting their guns around. And the only thing that the RC and the government has told us is that they are using M16 as opposed to Clanosco 47. So, Madam Speaker, I think we have a problem, and I agree and request that when you look under Article 29 of the Constitution, Madam Speaker, there is the freedom of security of the person. This freedom of these people have been violated, Madam Speaker. When you look under Article 40, protection of right to property, their property has been taken away in clear violation of the law, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, finally, is that the problem started, Madam Speaker, when there were 800 Kenya police reservists that were withdrawn, Madam Speaker. That is when these attacks happened in Laikipia. 3,000 had been commissioned and issued with the guns. The CS and the Ministry of Interior went and disarmed 3,000 Kenya police reservists. As we talk today, even someone has been killed, allegedly, in Kerio by these bandits who are fleeing towards your neighboring county of Elgeyo Marakwet, Madam Speaker. Because the Kenya police reservists, 800, were disarmed. And you know, in as much as, with all due respect to police that are going there, those bandits even don't eat bats. These are people who understand the terrain. The only people who can handle those bandits are Kenya police reservists, who should be given guns, who should be allowed to fight these bandits, Madam Speaker, in support of the police, Madam Speaker. So I think the government miscalculated the level of insecurity in that region that is spilling over to North Rift, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I request, and I know you will give directions, the earliest the Committee of National Security, Foreign Relations and Defense should invite the CS in charge of Interior, Inspector General of Police, the DCI, and any other security should on be Tuesday, Madam Speaker. If it is earliest for tomorrow, Friday, Madam Speaker, as all of us are willing to appear, even if it means the Committee of the Whole, and I know Senator Moses Wetangula is member of the Security Committee, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to appeal to you that when you will make directions, but you know, Madam Speaker, finally, is that this Inspector General of Police and Cabinet Secretary, if this country was functioning, these people should have resigned, because the lives and property we continue to lose is very unfortunate and disastrous, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, I want to call upon that the people who are in charge in security even call upon the President of the Republic of Kenya, because it looks that the Laikipia insecurity has overwhelmed, Madam Speaker, our Security and Interior Minister. The President himself should intervene and even order that the military should go to Laikipia and ensure that insecurity does not spill over to any parts or any other parts of this country. I thank you, Madam Speaker, for that opportunity.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Wetangula, Moses Masika.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, what we are seeing happening in Laikipia, as we support the statement from our distinguished colleague, is a terrible shame to our country. It's actually collective shame to all of us. Yesterday, Madam Speaker, for the whole day, BBC World Service was beamed on Laikipia, probably because there are several British citizens who live there. But it was beamed on Laikipia, and listening to BBC, you would have thought Laikipia is part of Afghanistan. It is such a terrible thing. And Madam Speaker, the clips we are seeing coming from Laikipia are frightening. A ragtag group of youths who look hardly 20 are running around with very heavy weapons. Some I saw on clips running around government vehicles. I don't know who was in that vehicle, but it was a government Land Cruiser, and menacing anybody in sight, with the little children excited that they can see such armed youths running after them in celebration. It is not right. We have a police force. We have GSU within that police force. We have APs within that police force. We have KWS that is armed, Madam Speaker. Why aren't we deploying these detachments to Laikipia to restore peace? Why are we watching as a ragtag army of small boys go around destroying property in broad daylight? And what we're seeing is the regional commissioner engaging in helpless lamentations instead of acting, telling Kenya and the whole world that this ragtag army has G16, I don't know, whatever weapon. A weapon, he said first, that is with the British Army, then we withdrew. I saw the British High Commission saying the army that is in Kenya from the UK does not have those weapons. Where are these weapons coming from? And what is our intelligence doing? What happens to our early warning mechanisms? Because we know that this is an area that has had security challenges. I lost my very good friend, a PC called Chelanga, whose plane was shot down in that area. And every Kenyan life matters. Madam Speaker, I want to urge this House that under Article 96 of the Constitution, this House represents and defends counties and their governments. So every single member of this Senate is a senator for Laikipia, for purposes of this matter. And we owe it to the people of Laikipia and the people of Kenya to speak it out. In fact, Madam Speaker, I would urge that the Security Committee of this House, in which I serve with Senator Mohamud and other senators, should actually visit Laikipia. If Laikipia is insecure for the people of Laikipia, it's insecure for all of us. If Laikipia is safe for the people of Laikipia, it's safe for all of us. I want to discourage, Madam Speaker, any attempt in fighting this to violate the Constitution. I don't agree with my brother from Laikipia that the army should be deployed without due process. Article 241 of the Constitution says to deploy the army in any part of the country for any reason of restoration of peace must be done with the approval of Parliament. And I don't think Parliament will resist in approving this. Let the government bring any motion to this House so that we can be able to approve the deployment of the army. But before we do that, we must be explained to, as a country, why the police have not succeeded in stamping out these bandits. Because when the police of Kenya wanted to do something to bring peace, Madam Speaker, you may recall, Senator Hanir is here, Senator Wambua, how they were tear gassing us day in, day out during our resist days. Where are they today? We want to see that energy, that enthusiasm, that force, that brutality translated into restoration of peace in Laikipia. It is not giving our country any good name. In fact, Madam Speaker, with an already weakened economy, this kind of conduct in Laikipia is undermining investments in the country, is destroying property, it is destroying lives, and above all, Madam Speaker, I cry for the women and children of Laikipia. In a situation like this, the frontline sufferers are women and children. The men will take guns and run to the forest. The women will be watching over their children, will be staying at home knowing that they cannot leave their little kids to the attacks of bandits. And in the process, they get killed. This matter, Madam Speaker, must be taken very seriously. And I want to urge you, like the distinguished Senator Fernandez has said, that you direct, Madam Speaker, at the end of this discourse, that the Minister for Security and all the organs of security, the DCI, the IG, the head of NIS, appear before this House in a committee of the whole so that we can be able to interrogate properly and thoroughly why it is happening in Laikipia, because tomorrow it may be in Bungoma, it may be in Nandi, it may be in Mandera, it may be in Vihiga, it may be in Kitui, it may be anywhere. And this is not something, as responsible citizens of this country, as responsible leaders of this country, we should shy away from speaking to it. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank Senator Kinyua for bringing this matter and wish him well as the Senate, the frontline senator for Laikipia, knowing that we are all senators for Laikipia. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mohamud Mohammed Malim.
Madam Speaker, Let me also add my voice to this matter which was brought by our colleague from Laikipia. Madam Speaker, security matters are very important to this country because if the citizens of this country have no security, in fact, their life will be meaningless. Madam Speaker, Kenyan security is entrusted to our security forces, and of course, the local security is entrusted to the police, who are, we are told, are very well trained, and in fact, have good numbers. Madam Speaker, the issue of conflict internally between our people actually is something very serious which has been going on for a long time. There is no external threat which is coming to us in the matter now between in Laikipia. It's something local between local people, which is very serious. The police must be able then to deal with this matter very decisively. But there seems to be some laxity in terms of how they are dealing with these things. Because you cannot have, in fact, it is not the first time, serious now as it is, but issues of, tribal clashes, issues of cattle rustling in parts of this country, the North Rift, South Rift, here in Laikipia, that's been going on. And I think we take it very casually. And in fact, consequently, life is being lost every time. It's very shameful that our police, our leaders who lead the police accept that these bandits have got more sophisticated weapons than them. It's very shameful. In fact, it is shameful because, as said by my colleague from Bongoma, the police are very ready to deal with small matters when it comes to tear gassing and doing what they want. They are very busy withdrawing security forces from police, from politicians. They are very busy arresting senators who are supposed to vote on a very serious matter. They are doing things, they are very small matters. But the issues that concern this country and the people, they are not dealing with it. In fact, we must certainly sanction the IG and his team. It's not acceptable in the 21st century that Kenyans are killing one another in daylight, broad light, when everybody is just watching. And people complain, these people are sophisticated, they are doing this, our young people. I think deal with it. I don't also agree that we can deploy the army, without any proper process of law. But the police should be able to deal with this. But I think there's laxity. Our police are very busy stopping vehicles on the road and just seeing, matters, collecting some small shillings here and there. But it's important that this matter is dealt with. It is no better place that this thing has come. It's our job as the leaders of this country to be able to deal with matters seriously. Let us be serious and deal with matters serious. We are very busy dealing with very petty issues issues which are, meant for 22 politics or not. We don't know whether we're going to reach even there. 22 politics, who's going to be what, who's going to be here, who is there, who is going to succeed who. These are petty things. Even our ministers have become politicians these days. These are cabinet secretaries who are all actually appointed and vetted by Parliament, but now they are busy trying to see how best they can be close to the powers that be so that they deliver people to, whatever destination. Let the people who are in government do their job. Let the IG do his job. Let the guy in charge of security, internal security, do his job. Let other side shows of politics be left to politicians and leaders like Moses Wetangula who want to be, he has walked away. Our leaders who are politicians who want to do something, let them be. But I think our cabinet secretaries must do their job. The buck stops with the Ministry of Internal Security, led by my friend Dr. Fred Matiang'i, the IG, people who are in the province, Mutembe and the rest, let them do their job. We can't accept this. And in fact, as said by a colleague, these guys must come before this House and explain to the committee which we are in, I and Wetangula, to explain to us what is happening and what they are doing and what they are not doing. We support the statement. Thank you, Senator Laikipia, for bringing the statement. There are no Al-Shabaab in that part. There is no, bandits, except when someone says Al-Shabaab are coming to our country and fighting from outside. But there are no Al-Shabaab. These are the local people. They must be dealt with, and so that we can give security. I condole the people who have lost their life. I sympathize with the people who actually have been displaced, and this matter should not be allowed to continue. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Inima Ketrut Musuruve.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to air my views on this statement. And I would like to start by thanking Senator Kinyua for bringing this statement on the floor of this House. It is really, really painful and sad that a part of this country is going through massive insecurity. And when there's massive insecurity in an area, it is an issue that should concern us as a Senate. It is an issue that should concern the state. And it is unfortunate that such activities are happening in Laikipia, because constitutionally, when you look at Article 43, it is very clear that Article 43E talks on issues of security, that the state needs to give security to people, and it is a social economic right. There are not two ways that the people of Laikipia need security. And when you look at also Article 43(3), it actually speaks on the same issue and emphasizes that, it connotes that where someone is not able to give security to himself or his dependents, then the state is obligated to do this, Honorable Speaker. So it is something that the state must really act on, and I want to suggest that the CS Matiang'i should be more vibrant on the issue of security in Laikipia. It should not just be talk alone, it should be talk and act. Because when people come on the media and say boldly that we have guns, so what has been done to even those people who are coming in the media to say boldly that they have guns? And I want to thank the media for even coming out strongly to show even the faces of these people. Because the media are the watchdog of the society, is doing the right thing. They should air such issues so that we know what is happening, and as legislators we see how to intervene, Honorable Speaker. It is unfortunate that the incident in Laikipia is not only affecting families, but it is also affecting the economic life of the people of Laikipia, because they cannot farm now. They are not stable at all. Children cannot go to school, Honorable Speaker. And as a scholar, I know what it means, that the children will be left behind even more in education, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, if farmers are not doing their work because they're insecure, it means that the families will not even be able to live from hand to mouth because they have nothing to live on, Honorable Speaker. So it is an issue that needs to be, dealt with immediately. Urgently. There is no other way, Honorable Speaker, because when you look at the people of Laikipia, psychologically they are affected. Families are affected. There's a lot of insecurity, and even their lives that have been lost as a result of this, Honorable Speaker. Now, if 27 houses have been touched, Honorable Speaker, it means that those families that are affected are not only helpless, but they're also homeless. So if they're homeless, where are they at the moment, Honorable Speaker? We should ask ourselves as a Senate, where are they hibernating? Where are they keeping? Are they under a tree, or where are they, Honorable Speaker? The committee that is going to look into this should do service to Kenyans, should do service to the people of Laikipia, so that people can see. People are watching. Not only Laikipians are watching. Everyone is watching. All Kenyans are watching to see how are we going to handle this matter. Because if we are not able to handle this matter, if the government is not able to handle this matter, what happens in another region? If the same thing that is happening in Laikipia, is repeated, we must bring to a stop the insecurity in Laikipia. I support this statement, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Senator Wako Naomi Jilo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to add my voice to this very important statement by Senator Laikipia, as I also thank him for doing this on behalf of his people. Madam Speaker, it is a big shame, as many of us have already said, that in 21st century, as a government, we can sit and say that the bandits have overtaken us, and they have stronger or more weapons than what our government is having. Madam Speaker, I come from Marsabit County, and in fact for us, this has become the order of the day. Just like 2 months ago, 78 houses have been burnt down, and people are homeless in Marsabit. We have so many orphans, widows, and animals have been taken away. And when all that happened, Madam Speaker, the government was still there and nothing happened. So when Senator Laikipia, was giving the statement and demonstrated a lot of bitterness, I could understand where he's coming from. That time when it happened to us, and it is still happening, within the town, you sit and you just see the bandits taking over almost everything. So the question is our government in control? Sometimes we complain of the police brutality, and young people are being killed by the police. And when the Kenyans, or when our citizens need their attention and that protection, they are not there to protect the lives of our people. Madam Speaker, it is high time that we ask ourselves whether the minister, the CS Interior, is giving the right orders to his people. Sometimes, Madam Speaker, when you look at the problem that we are facing as a country, COVID is already killing our people day and night. Every day, we bury Kenyans. Every hour, almost every hour. And in every county, people are dying. We do not have the facilities that we need. And people are, financially down. Their businesses have gone, and they cannot even help themselves. And now, it is like the government is allowing the bandits to come and just finish Kenyans. So you wonder the role of our government at this particular time when Kenyans need our attention. When this happens, Madam Speaker, and I speak out of experience, the school-going children are affected. They are not going to school. And when the exam time comes, they'll be considered like any other student in this country. Nobody will, think of the problems they are going through. They'll sit for the same exams that other Kenyans are sitting for. When this happens, as a result of this, pregnant mothers have nowhere to lay their heads. Some even give birth on the road. Madam Speaker, I think it is a big shame for us as a country to speak of this in 21st century. It is the responsibility of our government to protect the lives of Kenyans. And that is not felt, that is not seen in many parts of our country. In fact, sometimes I sit and I wonder whether it is the same government that is facilitating the war and the conflict at the grassroots. Madam Speaker, I support the statement, and it is my prayer that serious action will be taken and that this matter will be given the attention.
Thank you, Senator. Time up. Senator Malala Clopas Wabungu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, I want to thank my colleague, Senator from Laikipia, in exercising his powers under Article 96(1). Senator Kinyua, I want to join you in expressing my sincere condolences to the families that have lost their loved ones in your county. In the same breath, Madam Speaker, I also want to express my heartfelt sympathies to the affected citizens of Laikipia County. We have so many families which have been displaced, and as responsible leaders, it's good enough to pray with them, to stand with them and encourage them during this moment of grief. Madam Speaker, Chapter 4 of our Constitution is very clear, and more specifically Article 19(1) of the Constitution, which emphasizes on the Bill of Rights being an integral part of the Kenya's democracy. And it is also a framework of our social, economic, and cultural policies. It goes ahead and emphasizes the fact that the rights and fundamental freedoms in the Bill of Rights belong to the individual and are not granted by state. It is not a privilege to be given the Bill of Rights or to enjoy the Bill of Rights, Madam Speaker. This is a right that is supposed to be enjoyed by the citizens of this country, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the right to life cannot be negotiated. The people of Laikipia have lost loved ones. We want to know, Madam Speaker, who will compensate them? There's no amount of compensation that is going to fill the gaps of the people who have lost their loved ones in Laikipia. And therefore, this calls for somebody being responsible, Madam Speaker. We have the issue of human dignity. We have families. I saw families now living away from their homes, Madam Speaker. Article 28 is very emphatic on the fact that every person has inherent dignity, and that dignity, Madam Speaker, needs to be respected and protected. It is the responsibility of government, Madam Speaker, to ensure that they implement Article 29 of the Constitution, which gives the citizens of Kenya the freedom and security of the people of Kenya, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is the responsibility of the security organs to tell us what is the root cause of these skirmishes. We have rumors that the cause of these skirmishes are the fight between the semi-nomadic pastoralists and the ranch owners. We have rumors that some of the people are inclining about 2022 elections, and therefore we are still working with rumors while our people are dying. We want to know the root cause of this. Madam Speaker, it is sad that in such an instance, the security organs rush to do what we call political arrests, just to decoy us from the real cause of this thing. I would like to know, Madam Speaker, I was arrested in Matungu killings. Up to today, I've never been charged. It's just a matter of political perception that, come on, we are arresting this person, and therefore we are doing something. We want to ask the relevant security organs, and we have been failed by the following organs. One, the police force. When you call a police officer at night, when thugs have invaded your home, they will tell you they don't have fuel to come and help you. But when they smell the pungent fumes of changa, their Land Cruisers get fuel immediately, Madam Speaker. The police force has let us down on this issue, Madam Speaker. Second, the national intelligence, Madam Speaker, has failed us. Up to today, they do not know who is funding these people, Madam Speaker. They are guessing like any other citizens. We want to call upon the director of the national intelligence. Rise up to your occasion, Madam Speaker. And lastly, the DCI. The DCI has failed in its investigatory role, Madam Speaker. It is wrong, Madam Speaker. We've had these issues from Baragoi to Kuresoi to Laikipia. Up to today, Madam Speaker, nobody has been brought to book. So we want to call upon those three agencies to rise to the occasion and sort out the Laikipia issue. Otherwise, the Senator for Laikipia, I want to congratulate you for standing for your people. You've stood with your people, and I believe they will never forget you for standing with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mary Yane.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for also giving me a chance to add my voice on this very important statement by Senator Nderito of Laikipia. Madam Speaker, the Constitution in Chapter 4, Part 2, Article 26 and 27 guarantees security and freedom to the citizens of this country. Madam Speaker, But what we are seeing in Laikipia is lack of security, lack of peace, lack of shelter, and lack of freedom, and even lack of food for the citizens of Laikipia because of insecurity. Madam Speaker, this is a replica of what is happening in many parts of this country. Just the other month, we experienced a lot of insecurity in Kajiado, where even citizens took the law by their hands and started killing themselves. This is because the security organs have failed to protect the people. Many a times, livestock theft, conflicts are experienced in different parts of the country, and whenever security organs are called upon to protect or even offer assistance and protection where they are needed, they are not available for the people. And therefore, Kenyans become so miserable, and that is why we see them killing themselves. That is why we see some unlawful, illegal groupings taking over in some parts of this country. Madam Speaker, I think it's just high time the security committees of the National Assembly and the Senate summon the CS so that he can be able to explain to the country why the reluctancy of the security organs. Madam Speaker, the other week and the last 2 weeks, we saw the Ministry of Interior taking a a lot of time explaining and discussing about the security of the Deputy President and why they were to reshuffle the security personnel of the Deputy President's office and his estates. And in this particular case, we have not seen any committee or any institutions within the Interior Ministry explaining the insecurity that has taken part in Laikipia. Madam Speaker, if it were in other developed countries, the CS should have resigned by now. He should have resigned by now. Where we have lost many lives in Laikipia, the other 3 months in Marsabit, the other time in Kajiado and many other parts of the country, and the CS is still in office. I think, Madam Speaker, this statement should be taken very seriously by the committee concerned. It should be taken very seriously by the ministry so that we can get answers to this situation. But I also want to even condole with the families who lost their loved ones in Laikipia. And I also want to urge the county government of Laikipia with humanitarian organizations to make sure that they've offered the shelter and food to the affected persons in Laikipia County. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Aneri, George.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity. Let me, at the very outset, take this opportunity, number one, to thank the Senator for Laikipia, my brother Senator Kinyua, for bringing this matter to the floor of this August House. Number two, allow me to convey my condolences and those of the people of Vihiga to the people of Laikipia and their leaders included our colleague, Senator Kinyua. Madam Speaker, indeed, this is a matter of extreme national importance, What is happening in Laikipia is extremely sad, just to say the least. And it is unfortunate and a great shame to this country that this has been going on for over 2 weeks, and the country, the government looks like it's helpless. It can't help. When you see government officials going to the side, they're just going to mourn with the rest of the populace. They don't seem to have a solution to end this massacre. Madam Speaker, people have lost lives. My understanding as a political scientist of a government is that the first and foremost responsibility of any government is to provide security to its citizens and their property. Any government that is unable to provide security to its citizen has no business calling itself a government. Absolutely no business. In fact, Madam Speaker, it should resign. That government should resign. I heard my colleagues say the minister should resign, the whatever, security agents, the government should resign if you are unable to give security to the people that put you in place. Insecurity in any part of the country is insecurity to all of us. So we should not sit back and say that is Laikipia. Tomorrow it will be Vihiga. The day after it will be Nandi. It will be Kitui. So we must stand up with one voice as the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya to condemn this in the strongest terms possible. Madam Speaker, it is sad. We've been told the schools have been closed. Children are not going to school. And I heard Senator Wako say that these children, the same children who are not going to school, will be examined with the rest of the children who are continuing with their education now. How do you expect them to compete when they're out of school, missing lessons? Madam Speaker, this must be brought to an end. I want to support the calls for deployment of KDF. And Senator Wetangula put it very well, that there is a procedure to deploy KDF. It is provided for in our Constitution under Article 241, paragraph 3C, that it should be with the consent of Parliament. But how long will it take to call Parliament? It's a day. This is an emergency. I have not heard the government come out strongly, the head of government come out strongly on this matter. In fact, everything else should be stopped. You can't talk of development when people are dying. All other government activities must be stopped until this matter is arrested. Madam Speaker, I see my time is up. We condole with the people of Laikipia, and may the souls of those who have left us rest in peace.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Langat Christopher, I don't see him. The next one would have been Senator Valhara, but she is doing a visit. So, Senator Omanga Millicent.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First, I would like to congratulate the Senator of Laikipia, Senator Kinyua, for bringing this matter on the floor of this House. Madam Speaker, it's so shameful in the 21st century that we are actually debating on this. I would say our security agencies, Madam Speaker, have failed. And IG, being an independent office, has failed. The IG, Madam Speaker, should resign. The CS Interior should resign. The PS Interior should resign. The DCI should go home. The NIS should resign. We cannot have people killed like rats, and yet they are busy politicking. They are busy wanting to decide who becomes who in 2022. They are busy doing the political arrests. Every Friday, you'll see they'll send anti-riot police, and I don't know how many policemen, GSU and REC and whatever, like 200, 300 to go and arrest one person. And yet on Monday, the person is released and is not even charged in court. But that vigor, the energy, and all those vehicles we see, the weapons, the rungus, and what have you, we are not seeing that in Laikipia. Madam Speaker, I've received calls from my relatives in Kisindogo, in Laikipia. I have relatives who have been killed. I have relatives who are in hospital. And Madam Speaker, our CS is busy opening some projects. I don't know where in the country. They are busy because the other day they actually deployed some security officers, the GSU, from the Deputy President's residence. Madam Speaker, I expect these officers to be in Laikipia to go and protect our people. Another person who should not be in the office is the regional commissioner. The regional commissioner admitted on full glare of the media that actually the bandits have got superior weapons than they have. Then what is he doing in office? Do we actually have a government as we sit? Madam Speaker, it is so sad, it is so shameful that I have no words to describe such a situation. And Madam Speaker, maybe I would warn, this time when the heads of these security agencies appear before this House, hope it will not be like the last time they appeared where we had a PR exercise with the Committee of Security, where the members were actually like PR officers from the office of the OP. And that's why, Madam Speaker, we insist this time, it should be a committee of the whole. We should have all the senators here to interrogate this head of agencies so that whatever happened last time, which was very shameful, does not happen again. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Wambua Enoch.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on my own behalf, on behalf of my family and on behalf of the great people of Kitui County, I stand in the gap to condole with the families of the victims of the Laikipia bandit attacks. Madam Speaker, I remember when the attacks happened and were reported, I called my friend, my brother, Senator Kinyua, because I knew he was on the ground. And he mentioned to me that him and the area member of parliament actually escaped attack by a whisker. That in going to try and remedy the situation, the bandits were so emboldened that they struck only a few kilometers away from where they were. And I advised him that generals don't fight in the battlefield, he should consider retreating to come and mobilize support for the operation which he has continued to do. And so to you, my brother, Senator Kenywa, thank you for standing with your people, and thank you for bringing this statement here so that we can also be part of that attempt to help the people of Laikipia, because it has been said by my colleagues, banditry in Laikipia is banditry everywhere else in this country. Madam Speaker, there are things that we think as a Senate the national government should do, and do very, very fast, to avert further suffering of the people of Laikipia. Madam Speaker, it has been said that there is need to move with speed to equip the KPR in Laikipia and equip them with guns that resemble the guns that the bandits are using. The Speaker, or even superior guns. The Speaker, I saw the regional commissioner on national TV, physically shaken, announcing to the nation that the bandits are using more superior weapons than the police. And I said, how? How can that happen? How did those weapons even find their way to Laikipia? Madam Speaker, at some point, 3-4 years ago, the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Mutunga, spoke about a bandit economy. I don't know what it is that he had in mind, but actually, now I think it's time to address ourselves to a bandit country. Why am I saying this, Madam Speaker? I'm saying this because these incidents of banditry in this country have become too much. Madam Speaker, I'm reminded of situations in Kainuk, in the border between West Pokot and Turkana, Baragoi in Samburu County, Kapedo in the border between Baringo and Turkana, and now Laikipia. And Madam Speaker, it is still very fresh in the minds of Kenyans what happened in 2014, when 19 police officers were ambushed and massacred by bandits in Kapedo. Madam Speaker, we should not allow this to happen. And so, Article 245 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 gives the Inspector General of Police express authority to enforce the law everywhere in this country. And so there can never be an excuse from the office of the Inspector General of Police that he is unable to contain the situation in Laikipia. Madam Speaker, if he is unable to do that, then we should engage the next gear, where the National Assembly should be recalled in a day to pass a motion for the President to deploy KDF officers in Laikipia to contain that situation and return normalcy in Laikipia. Because as we speak, Madam Speaker, as I conclude,
time is up. You didn't see warning? We give you 30 seconds because of the warning. That failed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Let me conclude. Madam Speaker, I was saying that our schools have been closed. Some have been burned down in Laikipia. Churches, places of worship, have been closed. Livelihoods have been destroyed. And most seriously, lives have been lost. Madam Speaker, something must be done, and we must all stand with the Senator for Laikipia, Senator Kenywa, to make sure that the people of Laikipia are protected and peace prevails in that county. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Thank debate, there was a request that we go for 1 hour. That 1 hour is supposed to be lapsing in the next 15 minutes, but also we had put a rider that, because I can see the interest is expanding, that once we have the numbers, we dispose of the division. So I would like us to go to the division. It's going to take a very short time. We finish and then we come so that we can allow everybody to express themselves. Okay, thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, motion, adoption of the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the county government's cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2021-2022 and approval of the county government's cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2021-2022 division.
Honorable Senators, I would now like to put the question. The question on the motion of adoption of the, I'd like to put the question that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the cash disbursement schedule for financial year 2021-2022 laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 7th September 2021, and that pursuant to Section 17.7 of the Public Finance Management Act and Standing Order 183.3, the Senate approves the county government's cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2021-2022. We will go into voting, and please ring the bell for 1 minute. And I want to ask those who are online, please don't leave. We have 3 divisions today. If you are outside, please come in. We need tellers from both sides. Cherargei, thank you. You are the teller on this side. And Kwamboga on the other side. Honorable Senators, this is going to be a roll call vote, and we shall start right away.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator Cherargei Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the people of Nandi, I vote yes.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Thank you.
Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malachi Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County. Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Wasingishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Muranga County. Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Madam Speaker, for and on behalf of the people of Vihiga, I vote yes to the disbursement schedule.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County. All right. Senator Kimani Paul Wamatangi, Kiambu County.
I vote yes, Madam Speaker.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka-Nithi County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
Yes.
Senator Lelegwe Tumbesi, Samburu County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
I vote yes.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
On behalf of Kakamega County, I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
Please vote, Senator Mbito.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpaye Salau, Kajiado County.
On behalf of Kajiado delegation, I vote yes.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County. Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Oh, I see. Apologies.
On behalf of the people of Machakos County, I vote yes.
Thank you. Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Senator Mutula, please vote. Senator Mutula, we can see you, but we cannot hear you. Unmute. We can't hear you. Senator Mutula, can you tick? Can you tick as we watch you? We can't hear you. Just give us a tick. Ah, okay. Must be asleep wherever he is.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njero, Embu County.
Embu County votes yes.
Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of the people of Narok, I vote yes to send money to counties.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Senator Ongeri, we are waiting for you to vote. Senator Ongeri, we can see you. Please unmute and vote. Senator Ongeri, if you are hearing us, please unmute and vote. Senator Ongeri, please vote. We hope. Yeah, he's trying to talk, but you cannot hear him.
Madam Speaker, the platform has a problem.
Okay, now we can hear you. We didn't hear you before. Senator Ongeri, please vote. May I tick? Yeah.
Senator James, Siaya County. Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Nairobi, vote.
Mike. On behalf of Nairobi County delegation, majority in the House, I vote yes.
Senator Wako Sitswila Amos, Busia County. Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Yes, 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 yes.
Let me use your list.
Okay, we'll do a second round for those who may have missed out.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. Senator Imana Malachi Charles Sekal, Turkana County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County. Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
You're not on record, yes?
Okay, I vote yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Wako Sitswila Amos, Busia County. Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Okay, we'll move to the next vote so that we announce all of them at the same time. Honorable Senators, I would like to put now the question on the second division, the County Government's Grant Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2021, be read a second time. We start voting.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes. I vote yes.
Senator Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County. Senator Hargura.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Where is the tie?
Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malachi Charles Sekal, Turkana County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Senator Kajwang Moses, please vote. Control room, let's go to the right window. Yeah, continue.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Wasingishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Muranga County. Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Okay, I vote yes.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Maina, Nyeri County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote yes.
Senator Lelegwe Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru.
Kura yangu naipiga ndio.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpaye Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
On behalf of Kajiado delegation, I vote yes.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa niaba ya watu wa Taita Taveta, kura yangu ni ya ndio.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County. Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
Kinyua.
I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County. Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Yes.
Nairobi County votes yes.
Senator Wako Sitswila Amos, Busia County. Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Okay, just
Senator-
a quick run through.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkurui, Kericho County. Senator
Tadulo is
Imana
not there.
Malati-
May I vote for Isiolo County? If Senator Dulo is not there?
Yes, go ahead. Senator Shiro.
On behalf of the Isiolo delegation, I vote yes.
Thank you.
Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County. Senator Kangata Irongo, Muranga County. Senator Kindiki Kithure.
Madam Speaker, I was available for the vote.
Yes, Senator Moses Kachwang, please vote.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Thank you.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
Senator Minor. Endelea. Yeah.
Senator.
Madam Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, but we can't see your face.
Okay, I'm working on the Zoom, but I can vote yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Malala Cleophas Hungu, Kakamega County. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Munyihaji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator Orengo James, Yaya County. Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Sasa, on Monday.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
Waambie kwamba according to the
Senator Bogisho.
Speaker, I vote yes.
Thank you.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsiele Towet, Baringo County.
I vote yes.
Thank you, Senator. Now we shall go for the last one. Next order.
Order number 10, the Kenyan Sign Language Bill, Senate Bills number 5 of 2021, division.
Honorable Senators, I now put the question that the Kenyan Sign Language Bill, Senate Bills number 5 of 2021, be read a second time.
Senator
Division.
Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator
On
Ali
behalf of-
Abdullahi Ibrahim. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County.
On behalf of Kwale County, I vote yes.
Senator Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
On behalf of the people of Nandi, I vote yes. Oh, sorry.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County. Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Wasingishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irungu, Muranga County. Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka-Nithi County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Wangi Maina, Nyeri County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
Speaker, ndio.
Senator Lelegwe Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County. Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
I vote yes.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
On behalf of Kajiado delegation, I vote yes.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kichumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Please vote.
Okay.
We cannot see him, we cannot hear you.
Senator Nderitu John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
Yes. Use the dispatch. I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Yeah. There were about 10 people, so I would be asked you to log in. Yeah. How are you? Good, how are you?
On behalf of Nairobi County, I vote yes.
Senator Wako Sitswili Amos, Busia County. Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Let's do a quick run through again.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Muranga County. Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County. Senator Lilegwe Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County. Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, napiga ndio.
Senator Malala Hungu, Kakamega County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Orengo James, Siaya County. Senator Wako Sitswila Amos, Busia County. Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County. Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
I vote yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I would like to announce the results of the voting. The first one being the vote on the motion for the adoption of the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the county government's cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2021-2022 and the approval of the county government's cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2022. Ayes 29, nays 0, the ayes have it. The second one, Honorable Senators, is the County Government's Grants Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2021. Ayes 33, nays 0, the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the allocation of conditional grants to county governments for the 2021-2022 financial year, the responsibilities of county governments pursuant to such allocation and for connected purposes.
Okay. The second one? Go ahead. For the second one was the County Government's Grants Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2021. The ayes 33, the nays 0. The ayes have it. The third one, Honorable Senators, is the Kenyan Sign Language Bill, Senate Bills number 5 of 2021. Ayes 31, nays 0. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to give effect to Article 7.3b of the Constitution on the promotion and development of the use of Kenya Sign Language, to give effect to Article 54(1)(d), to provide for the inclusion of sign language in education curriculum, to provide the use of sign language in legal proceedings, and for connected purposes.
Thank you, Senators. We can now go back to the statement on Laikipia, and as I promised you, it's only 15 minutes that are remaining because we have overshot our time on that statement. I want members to rebook. I can only remember 3, Senator Falhada, Senator Matsayo, and Senator Langat, in that order. So we'll get those 3, and then we will use the same. May I beg you that we now go for 3 minutes? Senators, Senator Iman Falhada Deko.
Madam Speaker, thank you for giving me this opportunity to join the rest of my colleagues to comment on the security issue in Laikipia. Madam Speaker, I want to thank Senator Kinyua for bringing this timely statement on the floor of the House. Madam Speaker, security is paramount. And I'm so shocked the security issue in Laikipia was ongoing for 2 weeks now. And a committee on security, national security in this House let us down, let the people of Laikipia down, let the people of Kenya down, because they should be on forefront of there. They shouldn't wait for Senator Kinyua to come with a statement here for 2 weeks when this was ongoing. And people lost lives. People are displaced from their houses. They sleep in the streets and accommodated at the churches. And then the security committee have not seen them being on the forefront to fight for this. My message to the IG, to the CS, and to the regional, it seems they are doing a misplaced priority. It looks like they are doing other work for the work that politicians are supposed to do. They politic everything. Madam Speaker, they should leave politics to politicians. They were voted, they were taken to the office to protect the security of this country, the security of everyone. Article 29 says, Madam Speaker, that everyone has the right to security and freedom. Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to give a message of condolences to those people who lost life in Laikipia. And the security is very paramount, Madam Speaker. And the IG, the RC, and the CS are taking lives of people very jokingly, Madam Speaker. They should resign. From today, they should resign. Because, Madam Speaker, and it looks like they are doing politics. And that's not the work. They should put Kenyan people first and put the security of this country first, Madam Speaker. We condemn very, very harshly. And we are not just saying this because we are politicians. We know we are feeling the pain, and we know, and we cannot help them. If the people who are assigned to provide security are politicking, now what are left for people to who are left for the people to protect, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker, this is a strong message. Every member who stood on this floor are condemning the three gentlemen, the IG, the CS, and the RC. They should resign. They should not be in that office at all. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator for Kilifi, Mazayo Stewart Mwachiro.
Shukran, Bispika. Bispika, kwanza nataka kumpatia kongole ndugu yangu kwa kuleta taarifa hii. Ndugu yangu Kinyua, seneta mchapakazi anayewakilisha eneo la Laikipia County. Na vile vile akiwa ni mwenzangu kwa kuongea Kiswahili Muft. Asante sana ndugu yangu kwa kuleta taarifa hii. Kitu cha kwanza tunataka kusema ni aibu. Ni aibu leo ndani ya Kenya ya kwamba jeshi letu haliwezi kuchukua hatua. Na hivi sasa kama tunavyoongea, mahali kunaitwa Olmoran, familia 40 wameweza kufurushwa kutoka kwa nyumba zao. Mahali pia panapoitwa Kisii ndogo, kuna nyumba karibu 50 zimechomwa na watu kufukuzwa na wamehama. Ni aibu tukiona ya kwamba mkutano pia wa polisi ulikuwa katika eneo hilo na ukafanya mkutano mkubwa, lakini huyu mtu anaitwa sijui nitatembea ni mkubwa wa polisi katika hilo eneo hilo la Laikipia, amezembea kazi yake. Na kama ni hivyo, afadhali atembee, atoke ndani ya Laikipia, apishe kiongozi mwingine wa polisi ambaye atachukua nafasi hiyo. Yeye ameshindwa na hiyo kazi. Kitu cha kwanza ni kwamba, Speaker, Tunajua kwamba seneta wetu yeye anaongea ukweli. Sijajua kama yeye anaweza kuongea kitu ambacho si cha ukweli. Lakini kwamba akisema ya kwamba watu 50 wa Kenya, wazaliwa wa Kenya, wako na vitambulisho vya Kenya, ni wa Kenya halisi, wako na nyumba zao, leo zinachomwa, mali zao zinaharibiwa, waibaji wa mifugo wamechukua mifugo ya watu ambayo inawapatia rasilimali, at least wanapata kama maziwa asubuhi, wanaweza kuuza nyama, wanaweza kwenda kujipatia kujikimu katika mashamba yao, leo wanakuwa walalahoi ndani ya Kenya hii. Hilo ni jambo kwanza la kulaumu, ni jambo kwanza la kuweza kudhalilisha familia ambazo zinateseka sana, Bispika. Bispika, tukiongea saa hizi ni kwamba wanaoteseka zaidi ni kina mama wale wanabeba watoto, ni kina mama ambao saa hizi wanalala nje, ni kina mama ambao wanalia dhiki imeingia katika familia. Bispika, jambo pia la kusikitisha ya kwamba mambo haya tulisikia yakitokea, lakini hakuna hata mmoja wetu katika maseneta walio hapa ndani waliweza kutafakari kama kitendo kama hichi kinaweza kutendeka ndani ya Kenya. Tunaona sasa katika Kenya, Mkenya anauawa na Mkenya mwingine, na alafu watu 8 wamekufa ndani ya Laikipia kufikia saa hizi. Huyu mtu anaitwa Ntembea, yeye anaketi pale, anasema ya kwamba hana uwezo, amekuwa run over, yani amekanyagwa mpaka hajiwezi. Serikali yetu imekubaliana ya kwamba hatuna vifaa vya kuweza kuwazuia hawa watu wameingia. Sasa tunashindwa, ikiwa serikali jeshi letu tulionalo, hawa maaskari hawezi kuzuia, wanaogopa hata kuwafata hawa, wanaambiwa wameingia katika ile inaitwa Laikipia Conservancy, mahali ambapo wanyama wanaishi, wamewekwa hapo na wazungu ama wamewekwa hapo na watu fulani, mifugo inaibwa, inapitia hapo ndani ya hiyo conservancy, inaenda inafichwa huko ndani. Askari wanaambiwa wafateni, wamepita njia hii, wameingia ndani ya conservancy, askari wanakuwa waoga. Sasa ikiwa askari wanakuwa waoga, ni kina nani watawafuata kule ndani? Mimi nataka kusema ya kwamba uvamizi kama huu na watu ambao wanaiba mifugo, watu ambao wanaua watu, watu ambao wanaleta maafa, wanaharibu mali za watu, serikali inatakikana ikae katikati. Na kamati hii yetu ya kulinda, ya security, inatakikana iende huko sasa mara moja, kuonyesha kwamba sisi tunafanya kazi na tunajali maneno ya wananchi. Iende huko, iangalie na ilete ripoti haraka iwezekanavyo, ili tuweze kuona ya kwamba amani imepatikana katika eneo hilo la Laikipia. Mwisho nikisema ya kwamba Laikipia ni Kenya, haiko nje ya Kenya. Laikipia ni Kenya, na Kenya ni lazima iangaliwe kisawasawa. Tukisema hivyo tunasema ya kwamba jeshi letu, hatusemi jeshi, askari ndio waende pale waangalie, kwa sababu askari wenyewe wanaweza kutuliza. Hatutaki wana
Thank you, Senator. Okay, 30 seconds umalize kwa sababu Kiswahili ni ngumu.
Bispika, tunasema askari wetu wa kijeshi wabaki kwenye mipaka ya Kenya, lakini walinde. Lakini hapa ndani tuko na vikosi vya kulinda wananchi. Kwa hiyo serikali saa hizi wanahitaji chakula watu wa Laikipia, wale waliovunjiwa nyumba, walioharibiwa mali zao na mimea. Kwa hiyo tunasema kwamba serikali ijukumike wakati huu wa shida kama hizi, iweze kuwapelekea vifaa vya kujikimu. Asante Bispika.
Thank you, Senator Langat. Are you now on virtual? This is the second round we are calling him, so we might delete. Senator Harukura Godana. Then it will be, we'll come back to the order. Okay, let's go to the new order. Senator Murgomen. It's just that I knew Harukura was next, and then Mwaruma.
Madam Speaker, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on this very important matter. Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to thank Senator John Deritu Kinyua for bringing this very important statement to the floor of the Senate. I feel the pain of Senator Nderitu Kinyua because this is the problem we go through every day in Elgeyo Marakwet County, in Marakwet East specifically, and some parts of Marakwet West, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the problem of cattle rustling and invasion and terrorism by very dangerous criminals that have turned the Kerio Valley, the beautiful Kerio Valley, to be the valley of death, Madam Speaker, is something that really pricks my conscience. This is a huge, huge and serious problem that has been there. Madam Speaker, yesterday we lost 2 lives near Tot, near a police, actually a GSU camp in Kerio Valley, near Kerio Valley Secondary School. The other week, Madam Speaker, we lost another 2 people. And we've been losing almost every week in Elgeyo Marakwet County, 2 or 3 people. I feel the pain of Senator Kinyua and the pain of the people of Laikipia. Because the pain of the people of Laikipia is the same pain that people of Baringo in areas like Mukutani are going through, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker. It's the same pain that people of Elgeyo Marakwet are going through in places like Tot and Aror, Madam Speaker, in the larger Kerio Valley region. And I ask myself, where is the government? Madam Speaker, I can tell you, as a senator in this house, and even at a time when I was in leadership in this house, we tried our best to resolve this problem. It even reached a stage where the government acknowledged to the public that they are unable to provide enough security for the people of Laikipia and the people of the larger Kerio Valley region. And what did they do? A government policy support. And as a result of that, there was a little bit of silence and lull, and peace, Madam Speaker, when on this situation of cattle rustling. But what happened? After this thing called handshake and the new government of coalition government of handshake of second term, do you know what happened, Madam Speaker? The Cabinet Secretary of Interior issued a national memo that they are going to do away with the reservists. There was no policy that was put in place. It was just a mere memo. I brought a statement to this house, and that statement is still pending in the Security Committee that was then chaired by the late Senator Haji. The question of police reservists has not been resolved, despite the fact that the people of Kerio Valley found that to be part of the solution to the problems they are going through. And then you have a regional commissioner called Mr. Natembea, who wants to be a governor in Trans Nzoia County, but makes statements that, Madam Speaker, defeats logic. Who, such a person will be whose governor? A person who announces to the Republic of Kenya that the thugs have more weapons than the government of Kenya. How many billion are we spending in this country to buy weapons every year in an account that is not even disclosed to the members of public? And then we come here and confess to the public that we are not going to provide for you security. Then why is government in place? Why do we have cabinet in place? The cabinet and the president and everybody should resign if the people of Laikipia cannot get the security they want, and the people of Elgeyo Marakwet, the people of Baringo, the people of Kerio Valley. If government exists because citizens have donated their power to them so that they can be able to provide security. The most single important responsibility of government is providing security. And if by confession of regional commissioner, the Inspector General of Police, the Minister of Interior, the government as a whole, Madam Speaker, they are not discussing this issue, then it's a shame. The next question I ask myself, why would you have, Madam Speaker, a cabinet discussing how to fight the deputy president, and they have not sat one day to discuss about security of its own citizens? Why can the president go for a cabinet meeting to discuss the problems of Laikipia, of Kerio Valley? Why is he busy discussing his deputy, discussing security of his deputy? And if, as the deputy president spoke today, we have been told there is an idle 15,000 acres of land in Laikipia that the deputy president is denying, and the government led by president is saying it is his, and the deputy president has said today, donate it to citizens of this republic. Why don't we donate it to these gracers to go and use that 15,000 acres of land that is now not for deputy president and is not for anybody else? Madam Speaker, I really feel the pain. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to attend funerals all the time as a senator. The number of funerals I've gone in Elgeyo Marakwet County, I feel the pain. And you reach there, and every time as a senator, you are saying, oh, we shall assist the children. Oh, we shall educate the children. Oh, we shall look for jobs for their children. Madam Speaker, this is shame. People are dying like rats in Elgeyo Marakwet County, in Laikipia, in Baringo. We must get answers today and not another day. And Senator Kinyua, it shouldn't just be a statement. We must make sure that Cabinet Secretary Matiang'i comes before us and gives us real answers. And I want to tell you, my friend Outa, you have a privilege and honor of being a chair of a committee despite the fact that you have minority side. Can you bite? You've pretended for all 10 years as minority side saying we will have better government. As your chair now of Security Committee, can you bring Matiang'i here and let's see if you are going to bite? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Ongeri online. Senator Samson Ongeri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, in weighing in for this matter in like.
Let's not disturb the online. Senator Maruma will address you when we finish. Proceed, yes. Senator Ongeri.
Can you hear me, Madam Speaker?
Yes, we can hear you.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, proceed, Senator Ongeri.
I can speak now. Thank you. So this is a matter of security. It's a matter of the sentiments of the those who are affected.
We can't hear you. Senator Ongeri, we can't hear you.
Yes?
We can't hear you.
Let me locate myself.
We can now hear you. Can you proceed?
Let me be in a place where you can hear me now.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. So I was saying, Madam Speaker, it's not an issue that we want to take lightly. It's a matter that we must try to understand and be able to deal with it more carefully to the finality so that we can be able to bring both communities together. The minute we start with the blame game, I think we've lost it all. One of the things I remember in 2007.
Senator Ongeri, we can't see you.
The problem.
We can't see your face.
Can you see me now?
No, you are in a very dark place.
But I'm in the light.
Yes, that is better now.
Yes, what I'm saying that one of the issues that we witnessed in 2007 that brought some difficulties was the level of violence that was escalated at that time and the issue of the humanitarian crisis, which we're beginning to see now today, as a result of political differences or political issues that required to be fixed. And that was the basis upon which we had a full agenda by Kofi Annan to stop the violence, fix humanitarian crisis, find political settlement, and fix long-term issues. I still think these issues stand fresh today, and we need, as members of this Senate and members of the Kenyan community, to sit down and be able to discuss them more soberly. You will notice that one of the things that has taken place is the issue of the Kisi in Dogo, where we had a number of Kisis massacred. Hopefully, I hope not, as a result of one of us being the Minister for Interior. And I think some of us, let's be plain and clear. Cabinet Minister Matiang'i, he can only discharge a collective responsibility of cabinet. You cannot bring it and say that he is condemned when he actually carries out the mandate of the cabinet. And I think it would be wrong to try and attack him on the floor of this house at this stage. It won't look right. What we should be looking at, how do we strengthen the communities in that region to be able to be safe? How do we strengthen the surveillance system to be able to bring order and security in that area? How do we galvanize the warring factions to sit down on the table and be able to discuss soberly and arrive at a permanent and lasting solution? How do we get the Kenyan communities feeling safe so they don't have to start running away from the place where they have settled? I think that is the issue that should be before the Senate. That should be the issue upon which we should be conversing. And I really sympathize for the loss of lives. I think the government is trying its best. I'm not supporting, I'm not on the government side, but I think they're trying their best. And one of the things that I've noted is they've been honest enough to say that some of these bandits have some superior weapons that they don't know where they've come from. And that's where we should be investigating. Where have they come from? What has happened in this region that we cannot hold the security systems into place and be able to stop this menace which is going on with abandon? And my suggestion at this stage, let us approach this matter soberly. Let us not try and play the blame game on the officers, Cabinet Secretary of Interior, or the IG, or the Regional Commissioner Natembea. Let's not go that direction. I think it would be a wrong direction. Let's look for the lasting solution and be able to examine the statement that has been brought by Senator Kinyua so that we can understand the genesis of this problem and gather the root cause and try and be able to address the matter which is before the Senate today. And I really want to plead for soberness. One of the things that we want to look at is at the area of these boundaries. Have they been clearly demarcated? This is a constitutional matter. And I think it's both the responsibility of the cabinet and also the responsibility of the legislature to ensure that the boundaries that are there, that exist, are the boundaries that people are happy with, boundaries that people can live with, rather than at every moment they bring about the escalation of this rather unfortunate situation. We should also look at the question of land reforms. And I think this has been on the table for many years. And one of the major problems that has created this difficulty is this issue of land and the ownership of land in some of these conservancies and some of these areas. And this is an area where we can easily look at and be able to support the communities that are living around there to coexist peacefully. And of course, this language of impunity, I don't think we can live with that impunity because it's the genesis of all these problems that we are beginning to see today. Madam Speaker.
Your time is up, Senator Ongeri. Your time is up. Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to first congratulate.
Just a minute. What point of order, Senator?
When the Speaker was leaving that seat, in the new order, she said that the first person was Senator Murkomen, the second was supposed to be me. How come now every other person is being given that thing? Unless you don't want me to talk, I can still live.
I have no problem with anybody talking. I was just following what is listed here.
She said the first person is.
She said, but not me. So at the moment, I was following what is on the screen here. So for the time being, let us have Senator Wakarura.
And Madam Speaker, you know, in the previous one.
You will be next, Senator Mwaruma. Senator Wakarura, please proceed.
But I'm respecting the Speaker. What's wrong with you?
Senator Susan, please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I also rise to support this statement by Senator Kinyua of Laikipia, who is a who happens to be the speaker for my mother, the senator for my mother, sorry. So it's a very important statement here. No, that's on a light note. I see there's a disturbed senator there, so I was giving him time to calm down. But anyway, on this very important matter, Madam Speaker, I'm also quite disturbed that it has been happening for the last week or so, or a little over that, but we have not seen any concerted government action in being able to stop these bandits or whoever they are to make sure that peace is restored. We have seen the people dying, being killed, or rather being murdered actually. We've also seen livestock being burnt alive, homes being destroyed, burnt as well, and people displaced. I'm also actually quite surprised to see the good senator of Kisii, Professor Ongeri, who generally is very good and has a very good grasp of matters that happen nationally, trying to castigate members for saying that Cabinet Secretary Matiang'i, as well as the IG, should resign. It's actually a shame when a member of the opposition, instead of offering some oversight, is here trying to cleanse his clansman, Matiang'i. So I stand to add my voice to those who say that the Cabinet Secretary Matiang'i and the IG and Natembea and everybody actually in that line, if we were any civilized nation, those people by now would have resigned. But instead what we have been seeing is being subjected to see the CS Matiang'i having catwalks all over the country, opening cattle dumps and whatever it is he's been opening in the last few days, and yet not addressing this very, very serious security situation. So I also add my voice to those who say that a responsible CS, if he was, by now he should have resigned, because clearly he has been unable to manage his docket, and he doesn't seem to have a plan. He seems to be clueless, and that is why we continue having these issues. So Laikipia is happening now, but we have seen it in other parts of the country, such as the Kerio Valley and other places. So we are also saying that I'm also saying that if the police are unable to restore order, it is so serious that then the army should be deployed to go do that. We can't just say that the army should be guarding the borders when we clearly seem to not be able to have the police restore order in that place. We've also seen the cabinet secretary catwalk to the parliament, where he has actually invited himself, that is the National Assembly. So I'm also going to be asking my neighbor, and I call him neighbor because he knows what I mean, Senator Outa. Senator Outa, we shall be watching you. When the cabinet secretary is invited, or I'm assuming you will be inviting him quickly, actually, he should not come there to be sanitized. He should not come there for members to be falling over each other trying to praise him. That is why he has a big head, both figuratively and actually, because he's praised when he should actually be being held accountable. So we expect that the Security Committee will do the right thing, will hold that ministry accountable, will make sure that what needs to be done is done, and we do not see a praise and worship choir. And if that is the case, members, we should impeach these chairmen and vice chairs and their members from those committees. So we expect you. But I know, Senator Outa, you are up to the task. So, Madam Speaker, I do support this statement that is very timely by Senator Kenyua, and we do expect and hope that we shall see them brought to order, and we shall see order restored in Laikipia, and we shall see that Kenyans who are, Laikipians are also Kenyans. And actually, as I sit down, as I see my time is running, I was also shocked to see the regional commissioner Natembea talking about the bandits having more heavy power weapons than the government. That is actually very, very shameful. And in fact, if that is the case, then we have a bigger problem than most of us probably are anticipating or seeing. And sometimes I also wonder, is this a bigger picture than what really is? We have had people talking about moving elections to a later date. But to do that under the Constitution, you would have to have a war in the country. So we need to make sure that these crazy people here are not acting up and setting up the country so that then they are able to achieve what they were not able to achieve through the courts. And Senator Kenyua, I support, and if possible, we need to see the Security Committee take its rightful place and do.
Senator Maruma Janice Mashusha.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa hii fursa ili kumshukuru seneta wa jimbo la Laikipia Mheshimiwa John Deritu Kinyua kwa kuleta hii taarifa ambayo inahusu utovu wa usalama katika gatuzi la Laikipia. Kwanza nitoe rambirambi zangu mwenyewe binafsi na za watu wa Taita Taveta kwa familia na watu wa Laikipia kwa kupoteza wapendwa wao kwa sababu ya hili swala la utovu wa usalama. Na la pili, Speaker, ningependa kukashifu kwa kinywa kipana matukio ambayo yanapelekea watu wa Laikipia kupata mateso katika hii karne ya 21 kwa sababu ya serikali kushindwa kudhibiti hali ya usalama katika hili gatuzi la Laikipia. Mheshimiwa Speaker, ni kitu ya kuudhi, ni kitu ya kukashifu kwa kinywa kipana matamshi ya mshirikishi wa jimbo la Bonde la Ufa Bwana Natembea kusema ya kwamba zile silaha za polisi wa Kenya kwamba ziko na hadhi ya chini kushinda za wale wahalifu. Ningependa kumwambia Bwana Natembea na serikali kwa ujumla ya kwamba kama hawana silaha za hadhi ya juu, swali si kulilia vyombo vya habari, swala ambalo natakana kufanya na serikali yetu ya Kenya ni kutafuta na kupeana hizo zana ambazo ni za hadhi ya juu kwa jeshi la polisi la Kenya ili kudhibiti usalama katika jimbo la Laikipia. La pili, Mheshimiwa Speaker, Bwana Natembea amesema ya kwamba hatuwezi kuwa na polisi katika kila pembe za Laikipia ama kila pembe ya Kenya. Ningependa nimpatie wasaa ama nimpatie advice, mawaidha ya kwamba ni kweli hatuwezi kuwa na polisi kila mahali, lakini tuna ujasusi na mkuu wa ujasusi Kenya anafanya kazi yake. Je, tunafanyia kazi gani hiyo ujasusi ama intelligence? Kwa hivyo ningependa kusema vile wengine washatangulia kusema ya kwamba kamati ya usalama ya Senate iite waziri wa usalama, iite Bwana Natembea, iite mkuu wa ujasusi waje huku waelezee kama watafanya namna gani, kwa sababu maisha ya watu wa Laikipia yako hatarini na hatutaki kupoteza hata mtu mmoja zaidi katika jimbo la Laikipia. Speaker, ningependa kusema hivi kwamba kama wale maskari walioko Laikipia hawatoshi, basi tuchukue polisi kutoka maeneo mengine ya Kenya ambayo hayana shida ya usalama. Maeneo kama Taita Taveta hatuna shida ya usalama ama utovu wa usalama. Waende wachukue polisi wengi wako kule ambao wanashika wananchi wa bodaboda wanaojitafutia kipato, wanashika wananchi ambao wako shambani, wazee na kina mama ambao wanalima mashambani kwao hawajavaa barakoa. Sasa maaskari kama wale hatuwahitaji kule Taita Taveta, wachukuliwe wapelekewe Laikipia, waangalie hali ya usalama katika gatuzi la Laikipia. Na jambo lingine ambalo ni la kuudhi, Speaker, ni kwamba katika karne 21 haitakikani tuwe na economic activity ama njia ya kujitafutia kipato kupitia kuiba ng'ombe. Nafikiri tuweke elimu mbele na tuangalie njia mbadala na tufanye utafiti wa kutosha ili li jambo, Speaker, la cattle rustling liishe mara moja. Kwa hivyo nasema kwa kumalizia, Speaker, ya kwamba tuite hizi taasisi zote za usalama ili tuwaulize maswali magumu hapa katika Senate na tufanye committee of the whole, kwa sababu tusipouliza maswali magumu basi maisha ya watu wa Laikipia yataendelea kuwa magumu. Lakini tukiuliza maswali rahisi, maisha ya watu wa Laikipia yatakuwa magumu, lakini tukiuliza maswali magumu basi maisha ya watu wa Laikipia yatakuwa rahisi. Asante sana, Speaker.
Senator Hargura Godana.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I'd like to thank Senator Kinyua for bringing up this statement. and also would like to send my condolences and that of people of Marsabit to the residents of Laikipia who have lost their lives and livelihoods because of the unfortunate incidents of insecurity which are taking place there. Madam Speaker, for the last 3 years or so in Marsabit, we have been exposed to those kind of insecurity since 2018, September. And what the government is doing there now, the way they are reacting, is not surprise to some of us. Kenyans have been fighting each other using illegal firearms. Yes, what Natembeya said actually occurred even in Marsabit. There was a day a person was killed in Marsabit, and the police were telling us they could not even retrieve the body because those who killed were using machine guns, while them they have AK-47s and G3s, as Natembeya said. But the worrying thing is when you know you're in that kind of a situation and the government is not addressing the problem of illegal firearms, then this is what happens. With the time, the government has not been providing security to the arid parts of these countries. That is why you will find these illegal firearms are there, because people have to arm themselves to protect their lives and livelihoods. But along the way, the government says that the practical way to provide security is to recruit National Police Reservists, or Kenya Police Reservists, as they used to call them, within the communities, those who understand the terrain, those who will be living within the communities, who will be protecting themselves and their livelihoods. And it had assisted for a long time. Like in Marsabit, it has been there for a long time, until sometimes, I think a year ago, when we were told that the National Security Council decided to withdraw the NPRs. Then you ask yourself, if the government had before realized that it cannot provide security to all parts of this country, and it had come up with a solution of involving the citizens in provision of security, which had worked, then all of a sudden, people just decide to withdraw those NPRs, and the situation has been getting worse because those with illegal firearms are not disarmed. Now you disarm the one you can, who are the NPRs. Exposing those who don't have illegal firearms to this kind of situations we are seeing in Laikipia. We have lost lives and properties in Marsabit until the violence came to the town itself. The county headquarters of Marsabit was under attack. Houses were burnt within a radius of even 1 kilometer from the county headquarters, until that is the time when the government now comes in. That shows that it's not practical for the government to provide security everywhere, but that issue of NPR, and we have insisted severally to the CS, Matiang'i, that the best way to contain this kind of violence is to recruit the NPRs. If there was a problem in how they are recruited before, then they need to be vetted, armed, trained, and be put under police stations or police posts so that they are reporting on a daily basis to the police officers, and they will assist them in provision of security. But that has not been found to be a solution. We don't know why. We have always insisted on that each and every time we got an opportunity. And up to now, that is the situation that is coming up in Laikipia. Because when the regional commissioner says we cannot provide security everywhere, it's understood you cannot provide security everywhere. But there is a way of making sure there is security everywhere by arming and training the locals under the NPR system so that they can protect themselves. But also the other one, Madam Speaker, is we have to address the underlying issues. What are the underlying issues which are causing this? The illegal firearms need to be mopped out. The government is not investing in that, it's not doing that. So that issue of illegal firearms needs to be addressed. And in this case, like Laikipia, there are historical issues. Pastoralists have been displaced from their grazing areas by conservationists. People have taken up thousands of acres of land saying that they are conserving. You are conserving, at the same time, those who have been living on that land have been dispossessed. That is why those may be some dry area, fallback grazing areas for those communities. When it's during the dry season, they come back. This conflict only occurs during the dry season because that's their grazing area. So they need to be taken into account.
Yes, Senator John Deritu.
I've I just want to clarify. We are discussing the areas of peoples with title deeds, where the schools, we have schools that are being touched. I just wanted to correct what my colleague is saying. The illegal grazers are not banning farms of those people with big ranches. They are banning small people who are living in their lands, which with title deeds, Madam Speaker. It's not community land.
So that is more like information and not a point of order. Had you finished, Senator Hargura?
Mistaken. It's very clear, Madam Speaker, that the way these communities used to live, there are dry season grazing areas and there are the wet season grazing areas. I'm sure the Senator knows. It may be unfortunate that those small-scale farmers may have been affected. But what draws these pastoralists to those areas mainly is the fact that these used to be their fallback areas. Conservationists have grabbed lands and they have allocated themselves. So it becomes, when that part is protected, the unfortunate person will be the small-scale farmer who cannot protect himself. But it's very unfortunate, but the bigger issue needs to be addressed.
Senator Nderitu?
Thank you for the clarity, but we are dealing with the bandits. But thank you for the clarity.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako? It's not in. Senator Olekina Ledama?
Madam Speaker, let me begin by thanking you for allowing me to make my contribution to this statement, which I fully support, that has been raised by my colleague, the Senator of Laikipia. Madam Speaker, from the onset, I want to say that historical land injustices is the cause of all these problems that we're experiencing in Laikipia. Laikipia County is a bedrock of the historical injustices. Madam Speaker, when you traverse that county of Laikipia, you wonder what the framers of the Constitution had in mind when they came up with Article 67, 2E, setting up the Land Commission to be able, and giving it the power to be able to investigate. In fact, I will read Article 67, 2E of the Constitution, state clearly as follows. The Land Commission has the power to initiate investigation on its own initiative or on a complaint into a present or historical land injustice and recommend appropriate redress. This House of Parliament, both the Senate and the National Assembly, passed the National Land Commissions Act. And in fact, in 2016, they amended it. They amended the Act of 2012. And in Section 15, which is the act that was amended, it states as follows: the Commission shall, within 2 years of appointment, recommend to Parliament appropriate legislation to provide for investigation and adjudication of claims arising out of historical land injustices for the purpose of Article 67, 2E of the Constitution. Further, Madam Speaker, the Act was amended to set a deadline of 21st of September 2021 on where everyone in Kenya who feel aggrieved can be able to file their complaint to the Land Commission. I'm aware, Madam Speaker, that the Maasai Nation have been drafting and will be presenting before the deadline on these challenges. On that note, Madam Speaker, I want to reiterate that what the government is doing currently is not the right thing to do. Violence, Madam Speaker, begets violence. Arresting leaders like the former Member of Parliament, Matthew Lembergel, and the current Member of Parliament from, what's his name? Tiati, the Honorable Kamket, is not the solution. The solution should be found by the government sitting with these leaders and talking to them. Because, Madam Speaker, you and I know that the problem we are facing in Laikipia is as a result of climate change. There is a huge drought. And this is a matter that happens every year. Madam Speaker, last year I brought a statement in this House because of the Maasais who were killed in Laikipia by the GSU. I hear my colleagues talking about the military being brought in to help the police. How do you bring a military to deal with a matter that can be resolved by the police? Madam Speaker, I think we are really mixing things here. I think the key most important is to find out the best solution to this. The solution to this is not by pointing a gun. The solution to this is not by having the security ministry talking about how they have inadequate...
Order, Senator Nderitu.
Madam Speaker, the Senator, Honorable Senator Olekina, is telling us when people are being shot, schools are being torched, people have been displaced from their areas where they live. Madam Speaker, tomorrow we are going to bury somebody, and he's telling us readers should sit and discuss. What are we discussing, Madam Speaker? We should allow the government to do what they do best, Madam Speaker, because I'm not getting what the message is trying to drive home, Madam Speaker. We are suffering, people of Laikipia, while Olekina is coming here to lecture people, telling us about climate change. If the climate changes, you ban somebody's school. If the climate change, Madam Speaker, you kill someone, Madam Speaker. If the climate changes, Madam Speaker, you go ahead and displace people. I cannot understand that. All of a sudden, he's telling us we should not arrest readers because they are leaders. We are talking about bandits, Madam Speaker. We are not talking about people who come to Laikipia and they say they want to be given places to graze. There are people who are innocent Kenyans who will look for pastures for their livestock. They even proceed to Mount Kenya, and they are allowed to proceed to Mount Kenya. But we cannot allow bandits, Madam Speaker, to come and kill people of Laikipia, then you tell the government to sit down and discuss with those criminals. It cannot happen. Where on earth can you discuss with criminals? I would request the committee of security to deal with this matter. Madam Speaker, it's so painful when I listen to my colleague talking about discussing the issue of security. We sit down to discuss when people are being killed, and we are told we are being lectured about the way environment has changed.
We are not in an argument. You had your time to debate, and we have had you. So let Senator Olekina proceed.
Madam Speaker, let me be very clear here that I really sympathize and I empathize with my colleague. And on that note, I'd like to send my deepest condolences to the people of Laikipia who have lost their life because of this situation. Madam Speaker, but running away from the problem is not solving the problem. Madam Speaker, Laikipia, the reason why these pastoralists are moving from one place to another is because of the drought situation. Madam Speaker, if the President of the Republic of Kenya can declare drought as a national disaster, and today orders Treasury to release 2 billion shillings to be able to deal with this issue, why would the elected senator from Laikipia see the problem? Madam Speaker, and I request to be given my time because I was interrupted when I was speaking. Madam Speaker, I want to be very categorical and say that the problem is that government is not doing what should be done to be able to solve this problem. We have the National Land Commission, which should be dealing with the issue as prescribed by the National Land Act, Section 15. It spells out the rules and sets deadline on when this problem should be resolved. So, Madam Speaker, this issue is not just an issue of people going crazy, going gaga, and going out there and taking guns and shooting people. There are people who are competing for pasture. And Laikipia, Madam Speaker, is where a lot of people, pastoralists, go to seek for pasture. How do you explain, Madam Speaker, having someone with 200,000 or 300,000 acres of land when the original inhabitants of that land do not have any land? Madam Speaker, I really want to state it categorically.
I'm adding you 2 minutes
Thank you,
for,
Madam
for
Speaker.
the time that was taken by Senator. But you
On
need
this
to conclude.
note, I stand with the Honorable Matthew Lembrugel, who was arrested just for merely stating that this was our land. This was originally Maasai land. And that Maasais are not interested in the land. They are only interested with the green pasture. Madam Speaker, the problem we have can be resolved by the government sitting with the leaders and the local community to be able to address these challenges. Running away and pointing fingers and saying these people are crazy, or pointing fingers at the ministry and saying you should be bringing the military will not solve this problem. We have the law, Madam Speaker. The Constitution is a living document. Article 67 of the Constitution set out the Land Commissions Act, and it says clearly that they should they should advise Parliament on what should be done. There is a law, and I want to invite my brother to go and get the National Land Commissions Act and look at Section 15. It spells out clearly what should be done. So, Madam Speaker, unless we are willing to resolve this problem, or unless we are not willing to resolve this problem, then we will come here and point out fingers and say that our community is being fought. Let us stick to the rule of law. Let us look at what is happening. I want to thank the President for having recognized that the drought is a national disaster. We're not asking for people to fight on a daily basis. All we're asking for is for people to get food. Madam Speaker, I want to call upon the Ministry of Interior to sit down with these leaders, saying that this land is Maasai land. It should not be an offense that you are taken to court. It is historical. We know it. That land was occupied by the Maasais. It was taken away from them. So we will never be able to resolve this problem. Laikipia is having those challenges. Finally, Madam Speaker, let me reiterate, we have a legal framework. We've got a process. Arresting leaders will not solve the problem. The people of Laikipia, the pastoralists, need to be listened to. They need to sit down with them and find a solution. We cannot be fighting on this issue on a daily basis. This year is only evident because next year is an election year. That's why everybody is up in arms on that issue. Analyze, Madam Speaker, if you may allow me to.
Your time is up. I added you 2 more minutes.
1 more minute, please. Just the last
You need to conclude, Senator Oledamo.
Madam Speaker, let me finalize by saying this. Although I disassociate myself from the sentiments of some of my colleagues on the position that the Ministry of Interior has taken, I just want to end by saying this, that in a mature democracy, which I think this is a mature democracy, leaders ought not to be arrested, but they need to be consulted in order for them to be able to speak to their people. In a mature democracy, this is the only part that I will associate myself with my colleagues. Leaders who are tasked with the responsibility of ensuring the security of other people would have resigned by now, because all this is happening in their watch. The challenges we have in this country is we are used to postponing situations. We've talked about ADC, Madam Speaker, in this parliament. There's thousands and thousands of acres of land in Laikipia, Mutara. That land is historically something we call in Maasai Olokeri, a place where the Maasais keep it aside to graze their cows when there's a huge drought. What Matthew Lembrugel said, Madam Speaker, if I can reiterate, is that he's just saying this is a Maasai land. He did not say that now everybody should go out there and fight. So, Madam Speaker, I rest my case there, and I hope that we'll be mature enough to follow the rule of law.
Senator Ephraim Maina, are you still there? Senator Ephraim Maina on Zoom? Not there. So we move to Senator Langat Christopher.
Give me the mic. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for also giving me this opportunity to add my voice on this. First, may I condole with the families who have lost their relatives in Laikipia.
It is so painful that most of them are just ordinary people who are not armed, but they were just attacked and they were killed. And I want to say that, Madam Speaker, it is so important to understand that banditry in this country is becoming alarming. And I want to say that it is very unfortunate that the government is always on the reactive part of fighting. They just sit comfortably until the time when these particular attacks start taking place. We would like to ask the government very clearly that banditry in Laikipia is not taking place for the first time. It has been there in Samburu, it has been there in Turkana, West Pokot, and those particular places for so many years. It should have been high time for the government to have taken proactive measures to make sure that these particular heinous activities are taken in control early enough before the property and the lives of people are destroyed. It is very sad, Madam Speaker, that at times I want to say that the Ministry of Interior has been misplacing their priorities. Last week, 2 weeks ago, when we were in the funeral of our late brother, Senator Prengei, we were surprised at the middle of the funeral service to see several lorries of General Service Unit being deployed to a funeral when it is taking a long time for the same force to be deployed to protect Kenyans in Laikipia. So I want to ask one question. Since this particular heinous activity has been taking place for so many years, I want to ask, has this government taken an initiative to find out the proper reasons, including those ones that Senator from Narok was actually mentioning? It is somehow very clear that the government is only reacting on situation without having taken time to research and find out what are the causes of these particular issues. The government is just seated waiting for this particular problem to take place so that after 3 days or 4 days, they simply deploy these particular security personnel to those places. It is quite unfortunate. My friend Cherargei was there during the funeral of Prengei. While we were still just getting the summons from the preacher, we were shocked. About 4 lorries of the General Service were deployed to a funeral when they are unable to deploy the same to save our lives in Laikipia. So I want to say it is quite sad, and I want to say that the activities of our regional commissioner in Rift Valley, Mr. Natembea, he has been always very busy deploying security personnel to funerals, to some functions, to weddings, yet he is now unable even to counter effect whatever is happening in that particular place. He has been going to the villages telling the Kipsigis people to do family planning because they are giving birth to so many children, yet we've never gone to his place to beg for food. You should understand that. Here comes serious issues he is not ready to face. He has been reduced to part of the media. He is now announcing what is happening, how many lives we are losing instead of acting. It's quite unfortunate for such a particular person. So I want to say that this particular banditry, Madam Speaker, has caused a lot of challenges in these particular places. During this particular time of COVID, students are not going to school. Imagine, lives are being lost, economic activities declining, the cattle belonging to these particular people are being taken by the cattle rustlers, enmity is building up as we approach to election. So I would like to call upon the committee who will take in charge of this matter to call a committee of the whole so that we ask the Minister of Interior to tell us exactly what he has put in place as a proactive measure to prevent the same in the future. Otherwise, sitting here in Nairobi and watching people die.
Just 1 minute, Senator Langat.
Yes, otherwise I would have said
You would have
Thank
said
you. Thank you for adding me this particular 1 minute to say that the Minister of Interior should be invited here to the Committee of the Whole so that we ask him very loud questions that he must answer. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Makori Beatrice Kwamboka.
Asante sana Bispika kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia tangazo hili ambalo limeletwa na seneta wa Laikipia. Kwanza ningependa kumshukuru kwa kuleta hili tangazo kwenye jumba hili la Seneti. Kwa ukweli ni uchungu sana tunavyoona yale maneno ambayo yanaendelea kule Laikipia. Hayo makabiliano, watu wanakufa, watoto wanakufa pia kule.
Nafikiri sio tangazo, ni mswada.
Mswada hata taarifa.
Sio taarifa, labda
Bispika, nimeenda kwenye dictionary Google nikaona pia imeandikwa tangazo.
Haya, tuendelee.
Kamusi. Kabla ya kuzungumza hii lugha ya Kiswahili, lazima tuende kwa madaftari tukaangalie vile lugha inavyotamkwa. Bispika, ni uchungu sana kuona yale yanayoendelea kule Laikipia. Wakati huu, wakati ambapo tuko na janga la COVID, watu wanaumia kwa sababu ya COVID. Wakati huu kwenye hiyo vita unaona shule zimefungwa. Sijui watoto wetu wataenda wapi. Kuna wale watoto ambao wanafaa kukalia mitihani ya kidato cha 4, darasa la 8, hata yao madarasa mengine. Ni uchungu sana tunavyoona wamama wanavyolia. Katika runinga zetu za televisheni, ukifungua televisheni wakati wa habari za mchana, usiku, kila mara ni kilio kila wakati. Ningeliomba serikali hii ya Kenya ya Jubilee iweze kuharakisha, iweze kusaidia watu hawa ambao wanaumia kule Laikipia. Maafisa wa polisi ambao wanatakikana wao wanasuluhisha jambo hili, waende kwa haraka sana, wajue ni nini kinachoendelea. Kwa sababu hata wakati huu tunaposema kuwa pengine ni CS fulani ama nani, sio wakati wa kurushiana mikono ama kupeana lawama. Ni wakati sisi wote tukae kwenye meza, askari wote ambao penye wapo waweze kufika pale, waweze kuokoa maisha ya binadamu ambao iko kule. Na kama kuna ukosefu wa askari, upungufu wa askari ambao wasiotosha, ni vyema tuelezwe na hii hali iweze kuangaliliwa haraka ipasavyo, kwa sababu mwaka ujao ni mwaka wa siasa na ni mwaka wa uchaguzi, na tunavyoona mambo yanavyoendelea hivi sasa hivi si maneno mazuri. Kwa hivyo ningeliomba kamati ile ambayo ya uchunguzi ambayo mimi ninakalia, chairman wangu yuko hapa, ataweza kutueleza vile tutakabiliana hivi huko, na ni kwa haraka sana tuweze kufika pale, tuweze kuangalia mambo yanavyoendelea ili watu wetu wasaidike. Asante sana Bispika.
Senator Mudhama Agnes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to contribute. I was wondering when I would be called because I was on since morning, since early afternoon, sorry. I want to congratulate the Senator for Laikipia for this very important statement. And I want to say, Madam Speaker, that Kenya is known for keeping peace even in our neighboring countries. And so when we see that we don't have peace in some of the areas of Kenya, it is really not very good, because the people of Laikipia are citizens of this country, and they need also to live in peace like any other part of this country. Not only Laikipia, but those areas where we've been seeing people living in distress and having no peace and running up and down, their houses being torched, and children not going to school because then they have no home, they have no school. And I I feel sorry, Madam Speaker, for such mothers, because when in such areas, when such things happen, the people who suffer mostly are women and children. And women and children go out there and live in cold. They are not going to school. It is a period of COVID-19 when people are told to take care and to sanitize. So you wonder, where are they going to sanitize and with what? And what are they going to eat even? Madam Speaker, I would also say, even as we call upon the government to do something about it, that the community also should come in, the elders of the community should also come in and engage with the people and see how they can solve those differences, because these are people who have differences. And the elders should be able to help the government also in doing whatever the government is supposed to be doing. During this time of COVID, Madam Speaker, this is very, very bad. And I pray and I plead with the Security Committee to do whatever is needed for them to do to make sure that they speak to the security, Interior Security Ministry, the Ministry of Interior Security, so that they can bring this to an end. And I plead and I pray that these women and these children will be assisted at least to have peace and stay and live at home. I know what it means, Madam Speaker, to live without a home when you had a home. I know what it means, I know what it feels, and I'm very, very angry with this, and I plead with the government to do something for these children and for these mothers. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support.
And finally, let us hear from the chair of the Security Committee, Senator Outa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, let me take this opportunity to thank the Senator of Laikipia for this statement before this honorable House. I want to assure you, Senator of Laikipia, my good friend, that this is a matter of national importance, and we have seen that it is a responsibility of the national government to protect its own citizens by all means. And if you read on chapter 14 or the article 238 on our constitution, it provides that it is the national security that provides protection of its own citizens, that is Kenyans, their property, their freedom, their integrity. And on that matter, this is more urgent for us as a committee, that I want to assure you that on Monday, this coming Monday, my committee will be on the ground. And if the Cabinet Secretary is hearing me this afternoon, we need to organize with the commissioner in that area that this committee of the Senate, the National Security Committee, will be in Laikipia to be able to come and meet with the people of Laikipia in order to find the deep causes of the conflict in Laikipia County. We cannot allow, that every now and then, all our women, our children, cannot have peace in Laikipia. Laikipia is part of this country. Laikipia is not in any other war-torn like Afghanistan. And therefore, the cabinet minister, I think, is hearing us from the House of the Senate that this is a matter of the national importance, and people have spoken, and the House have spoken, and we have to do something about it. It's going to be a matter of collective responsibility. We do not want to blame anyone. But after we have gone down on Monday, we'll collect the facts. And those facts is what we're going to use to invite the cabinet secretary to appear before this committee together with other organs so that we can come to a conclusion where the people of Laikipia will be free from any interference, no matter whether it is from internal or external, and it is a duty for the country of Kenya, especially the government of Kenya. And this is what we promised Kenya. And I want to assure you again, as the chair of this committee, we will be there on Monday. And we want you to be available. If you're not going to be available, let us know, because we do not want to go there when you are not there. Find us, for us, a venue where we could be able to meet. And we want to send a very strong signal to the people of Kenya, and especially the bandit, that they do not have any other place to live here in Kenya. If there's any other place, it's outside Kenya, not within Kenya. Kenya is a democratic. Kenya has a right to protect its citizens. Kenya has powers. We have all the weapons that we need. It's not a matter of crying that we do not have weapons. Here in Kenya is where we make weapons. You know, we have a factory in here in Kenya that was launched by His Excellency, the President. So therefore, when people talk about weapons, we have enough. And we want to get there and be able to solve these problems once and for all. And I want to assure you, Monday, the committee will be there. And I want to urge all the members who are the committee members of the national security to be ready early in the morning to fly over to Laikipia and come back and report to this House what we have found. And I want to thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Senator Nderitu John.
Thank you. I want to thank the chairman of the Committee of Security. I want to assure him I'll join them on Monday. The only thing that was missing in the link, Madam Speaker, the timelines in terms of once we get the information from Laikipia. He said he'll report to this House, which I guess is on Tuesday. I would want to have a rough idea when we're going to meet the other organs that he mentioned, the security organs, Madam Speaker.
I think those ones are details that can be worked out by the committee, and the chair has given an undertaking. I therefore refer this statement to the Security Committee. And of course, we have had a commitment by the chair that the Security Committee is hereby ordered to proceed to the ground by Monday and to be able to report back to this House in the next sitting. And also for the Security Chair to ensure that they liaise with the security apparatus for a successful and fruitful engagement, so that we are able to get a way forward, maybe an interim report by the next sitting after you visit the ground. So that stands referred to the Security Committee. Senate, there is this. I can rearrange. We go back to statements, but let me rearrange the order paper when it comes to the statements. We are going to start with the statement pursuant Standing Order 52-1 by the Senate Majority Leader, and then we'll have the statement by Senator Wambua before we go back to statements under Order 42.
Madam Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 52-1, I hereby present to the Senate the business of the Senate for the week commencing Tuesday, the 14th of September 2021. Before I proceed with the statement, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome honorable members back to the August House 2021 recess. I trust that you are all well and have had an opportunity to interact with your constituents and family members. Madam Speaker, on Tuesday, the 14th of September 2021, the Senate Business Committee will meet to consider and approve the business of the week. Subject to approval by the committee, the Senate will consider bills at the second reading stage, bills at the committee of the whole stage, and motions on reports filed by select committees. On Wednesday, the 15th, and on Thursday, the 16th of September 2021, the Senate will consider business that will not be concluded on Tuesday, the 14th and Wednesday, 15th September 2021, respectively, and any other business scheduled by the Senate Business Committee, including petitions and statements. Madam Speaker, there are 12 bills due for the Committee of the Whole Stage and 24 bills due for second reading. These bills have been allocated slots in the weekly program of Senate business that is circulated every Friday. In this regard, I urge respective movers to be available in the Senate whenever their bills are scheduled in the order paper. Standing committees are encouraged to hasten consideration of bills referred to them and to table reports thereon. While committee chairpersons and individual senators proposing amendments are urged to be available in the chamber to move the same at the committee of the whole stage. Allow me at this juncture to point out that as indicated in orders number 8, 9, and 10 in the order paper for today, there are divisions on critical business which include those relating to disbursements of monies to the counties. These are the county government's cash disbursement schedule and the county government's grants bill, Senate Bill number 35 of 2021. I urge honorable senators to remain in the chamber so that the resolution of the Senate on the same is made and allow unlocking of funds to counties by the National Treasury. Madam Speaker, that's already done. Madam Speaker, the Senate resumes its sittings with an already full plate. Allow me in the conclusion, therefore, to thank all senators for their dedication and commitment that they have continued to exhibit in service to the people of Kenya, and urge that we all continue to do the same during this part of the Senate calendar. I thank you and hereby lay the statement on the table of the Senate. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Wambua.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 48-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health regarding the state of healthcare in public hospitals in Kitui County. In the statement, the committee should, 1, find out why public hospitals in Kitui County are frequently short of drugs and other critical medical supplies, which has resulted to patients incurring exorbitant costs to access medical care from private health facilities. 2, establish why diagnostic equipments are either missing or dysfunctional in almost all public health facilities in Kitui County. Number 3, ascertain the serviceability of medical diagnostic equipment currently in use in private hospitals in Kitui County and the reliability of results of medical tests and examinations conducted using the said equipment. Number 4, state why patients are required to pay for ambulance services whenever they are being transferred for medical care within and or outside the county. Number 5, explain why healthcare workers, including casuals, are not being paid their salaries and wages in good time. And number 6, to urgently take all necessary measures to cause a resumption to normalcy in provision of healthcare services in public hospitals in Kitui County. Madam Speaker, if you just indulge me for 30 seconds, I will be providing photographic evidence of the rot and state of public hospitals in my county to the committee to help them begin to visualize what it is that this statement is about. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Senator Wambua, I had thought you had a statement under 47 on the drought.
Yes,
and actually, I was calling you on that one so that then we follow the listing. So you still have, yes, so that we can react to both.
Thank you. I thank you, Madam Speaker, for this one more opportunity to issue a statement under 47.1. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order number 47.1 to make a statement on an issue of general topical concern, namely the drought situation in Kitui County. Madam Speaker, drought has been declared a national disaster by the government. The National Drought Management Authority, in their July 2021 bulletin, noted that the top 12 drought-affected counties are Turkana, Mandera, Garissa, Wajir, Baringo, Kilifi, Tana River, Kwale, Marsabit, Kitui, Kajiado, and Isiolo. The worsening trend across most of the arid and semi-arid counties, which represents 84% of Kenya's landmass, is a result of poor rains received during the March to May long rains season. Already, more than 2 million people are facing starvation, according to the National Drought Management Authority, and there are cases of intercommunal resource-based conflicts caused by dwindling pasture and water. Madam Speaker, the drought situation in Kenya, in Kitui County, is dire and is taking a big toll on the people, especially school-going children, women, and the elderly, including persons living with disabilities. Our livestock have not been spared either. Madam Speaker, the earliest rains are expected in mid-October or early November, and it will take another 3 months up to December or early January for food to be available from farms in the county. This is assuming that the rains will be sufficient. Madam Speaker, the impact of this drought is already being felt in terms of aggravated food insecurity, which continues to rise, decreased pasture for livestock, and resource-based conflicts have also been reported. The national government must move with speed to provide food assistance and increase cash transfers targeting food insecure households. The county government of Kitui must urgently establish and operationalize a feeding program across the county. A few weeks ago, Madam Speaker, scores of pupils at Kalimamondo Primary School in Chuso Sub-County in Kitui County fainted while in class due to anger pangs, leading to a public outcry and plea to donate foodstuff to the school by well-wishers. Madam Speaker, the best proactive approach to this perennial problem is for both the county government of Kitui and the national government to collaborate in coming up with an elaborate water master plan for the county. This plan should involve well-researched and strategically constructed earth dams, boreholes, sand dams, and domestic and institutional rainwater harvesting programs. The knee-jerk reactions to drought situations and attendant starvation currently obtaining in Kitui County are a mockery of devolution. Both agriculture and water are devolved functions, and the residents of Kitui County, Madam Speaker, deserve much better services in these two sectors from their county government, even as the national government and development partners come in to help arrest the situation. Madam Speaker, I would also urge the National Assembly to prioritize the passage of the mung beans bill to ensure that farmers from this region can grow their crop even with strained and erratic rainfall. The Senate did its part and passed the bill in record time, and the National Assembly should move with speed to come to the rescue of farmers and their children in Kitui County and beyond. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. That is 47-1, and 47-1 under normal circumstances, we don't allow anybody to write on it, except for the case that we had earlier. Allow me, senators, to take the two remaining statements. Then we will allow, yes.
Asante, Speaker. Speaker, ninaelewa sheria vile inavyosema ya kwamba pengine kipengele cha 40 sheria ya kwanza inasema hivyo, lakini ningependa kusema kwamba kwa sababu ya huu ukame na rais ametangaza kwamba ni janga kubwa katika taifa, ingekuwa vyema kama ungeniruhusu kwa dakika kama ni 3-4 hivi niweze kutamka matamshi yangu kusupport ule mwito wa rais, na vile vile kuweza kusupport ndugu yangu, kwa sababu jambo kama hili alilosema ni janga ambalo linafika kila mtu, hata mimi pia nimefikiwa.
Dakika 3 peke yake.
Patia dakika 4 bana.
Dakika 3 kwa sababu tunataka
Najua wewe ni mwingi wa imani. Kwa hiyo
unajua Kiswahili yako saa nyingine hatuelewi hata.
Najua wewe ni mwingi wa imani, kwa hiyo na wewe ni mama na wanaumia katika janga la njaa ni wa kina mama zaidi. Asante Speaker. Speaker, kwanza nataka kumshukuru ndugu yangu kwa sababu ameleta hili taarifa ya janga la njaa katika Kenya, hususan akigusia upande wake wa Kitui. Ni ukweli kabisa kwamba kuna maeneo ya ugatuzi katika maeneo fulani yaliyotangaziwa hatari hizi kuathiriwa kwa janga hili la njaa, ikiwemo ndani Kitui, Garissa, Kilifi, Mandera na kwingineko. Speaker, tunaona kwamba janga hili la njaa likitokea ni watoto wa skuli na akina mama ndio wanaathirika zaidi. Wazee hawaendi shambani, wazee hawawezi kushughulika na watoto, na haya yote inakuwa ni mzigo. Mama amebeba mtoto mgongoni, mama anatafuta kuni, mama anapikia mtoto, anaenda skuli asubuhi, mama anashughulika na mambo. Kwa hiyo tunasema ya kwamba ni jambo zuri sana rais amesema ya kwamba hili janga la njaa lishughulikiwe vilivyo, na tunasema hivi sasa kupitia kwa wizara ya devolution waweze kupeleka chakula haraka iwezekanavyo katika hii magatuzi ambayo yameambiwa yameathirika vibaya sana na njaa, yale yametajwa. Tukisema hivyo tunasikitika sana, kwa sababu hivi sasa tunaona mifugo inakufa kwa sababu hakuna mito ambayo inatoa maji, yanapeleka maji, hakuna pia visima vimekauka. Tunaona mifugo inakufa na hiyo ndio faida ya wale watu wanaishi katika ile maeneo ambayo kidogo huwa yana upungufu wa mvua. Vile vile Speaker, tunasema ya kwamba katika hii janga hili wale watoto wa skuli zinabidi zifungwe. Taratibu za skuli ama timetable ile ya skuli haifuatiwi. Wanaopoteza ni wale watoto ambao hawaendi skuli ikiwa skuli zao zimefungwa kwa sababu kuna janga la njaa. Kwa hiyo sisi tunasema tu kwamba rais katika kutangaza hivi achukue wale maofisa wote ambao wanaketi katika ofisi zile za devolution, waende mashinani hivi sasa. Tunataka kuona wizara hii ya devolution ikihusika vilivyo katika haya maeneo ambayo yameathirika na hili janga la njaa, kupitia pengine kama ni Kitui kule kwa ndugu yangu Wambua, kule kwangu mimi Kilifi County, kuna mahali kunaitwa Bamba, Mariangoni, Magarini, kila mahali huko kuna njaa. Kwa hiyo tunasema ya kwamba wizara hii sasa tunataka kuona ikifanya kazi, kwa sababu wakati mwingi imekuwa ikizembea, na sasa tunasema wizara ya ugatuzi ni lazima sasa iende katika serikali za ugatuzi iweze kuonyesha utaalamu wao ambao watu wameandikwa pale. Hatutaki watu wabaki ndani ya maofisi sasa katika wizara hii.
Thank you, Senator. We go back to statements and standing on 48.1, and I would like to invite Senator Judith Pareno.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 48.1 to a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment, and Natural Resources on the insistent human-elephant conflict in Najile area of Waso Kidong, Olokiringa area, and Sarishishe area in Kajiado County. In the statement, the committee should, 1, outline the long-term strategies put in place by the Kenya Wildlife Services to ensure that the encroachment of elephants into residential areas and farming communities disrupt livelihoods is dealt with permanently. Madam Speaker, I think this is the 4th or 5th statement on this human-wildlife conflict. 2, state the compensation measures and mechanism in place to compensate the families affected by this conflict, giving the details of the amounts and individuals compensated, particularly stating the measures the government is taking to compensate the family of Isaac Lankaya Koruta from Iltila location, Oyarata sub-location in Kajiado South constituency, who was brutally attacked at Moijo area by the elephants while he was herding his animals. 3, place the Senate on the policies, if any, to relocate the elephants to public game reserves so that they don't meander around in private farms. Number 4, outline the targeted interventions, if any, to ensure continued schooling by school-going children whose safety and school attendance has been affected by the presence of the roaming elephants and causing high absenteeism. Madam Speaker, that is my statement.
Thank you, Senator. I will also move then to statements and okay, 2 minutes because you're my student.
Madam Speaker, I thank you and really appreciate the fact, the fact that I am your student, Madam Speaker, should also count for something. Madam Speaker, I want to thank Senator Pareno for bringing this statement on the conflict between humans and wildlife. Madam Speaker, I don't know why this matter, and as she says, this is the 4th time that she is bringing up this matter. I don't know why this matter is so difficult to deal with, because, Madam Speaker, all those cases have been documented. They have been presented to KWS and relevant ministries, and the compensation amounts are known. So, Madam Speaker, I think a time has come now that maybe we should ask for the management of KWS and the parent ministry before the and explain to senators what the difficulties are to compensate people who have lost their loved ones and livestock to wildlife. Madam Speaker, I say this because last year we had an incident in Kitui, a place called Miambane Ward. A lion broke loose and invaded people's homesteads, devoured a lot of livestock, and to date, nobody has been compensated for anything. Madam Speaker, I stand to ask, and in solidarity with Senator Pareno, that, Madam Speaker, action now needs to be taken. Now, the ministry concerned, the Ministry of Lands and Wildlife and Livestock, Madam Speaker, must make sure that the livestock that have been killed by wildlife, the owners are properly and fully compensated without further delay. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Senator. That was a very good intervention. number of statements in the order paper, and I would like to defer them as follows. The statements by Senator Millicent Omanga from the Committee of National Security, and her second statement from the Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations, because she's not in the room, will defer. The next statement is a statement from Senator from Muranga, Senator Irungu Kangata, seeking a statement from the Standing Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industrialization concerning operations of Muranga County creameries. That is deferred. I don't see Senator Kangata here. The next statement is a statement by Senator Beatrice Kwamboka to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations regarding alleged discrimination enforcement of the nationwide curfew for containment of the COVID-19 pandemic. I defer because I don't see the senator. And of course, the one by Senator Enoch Wambua has already been done. Honorable Senators, then we move to the next order.
Order number 11, motion, adoption of the report of the Sessional Committee on Delegated Legislation on the Public Finance Management Sinking Fund Guidelines 2021.
Honorable Senators, I would like to defer the following again for the convenience of the House. I defer order number 11, order number 12, order number 13, order number 14, order number 15, order number 16, and order number 17, order number 18, and order number 19. Next order.
Order number 20, motion, provision of colostomy bags to colon cancer patients and survivors in county hospitals.
Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube.
She has 18 minutes.
You had started moving. Now you still have 18 minutes.
We have the list so that we can update.
Yeah, I think that is better.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to continue with this motion on provision of colostomy bags to cancer patients. And Honorable Speaker, as a cancer survivor, I want to say that I'm talking on behalf of millions and millions of Kenyans who are actually suffering, and they're just isolated. There's no one to help them, and some of them, end up suffering until they're just buried without any resolve to their issues. Honorable Speaker, what this motion is seeking is to simply, for the county government to actually identify persons who are suffering from colon cancer in their counties, have a register for them, and see points of intervention, and see how to help them in their suffering. Honorable Speaker, what I'm also seeking for in this motion is for the county government also, Honorable Speaker, to also put in the county budgets some amount of money that will go towards helping people who are suffering from cancer, and especially there are those who have colostomy bags, and they work with colostomy bags wherever they go, because part of their intestines have been cut off. And since, Honorable Speaker, we know very well the role that the intestines play in our bodies. Every day when we wake up, Honorable Speaker, sometimes some people take a cup of tea, some people take fruits and all that. We need to eat for our bodies to remain healthy, Honorable Speaker. And even when our bodies remain healthy, Honorable Speaker, there's some waste that needs to be excreted for a balanced, digestive system, Honorable Speaker. But those people who have, cancer, colorectal cancer, some of them, their intestines have been cut off. So they're not even able to do the normal things that everybody else does, Honorable Speaker. They must work with a colostomy bag, Honorable Speaker. And when you're talking of colostomy bags, Honorable Speaker, they are damn expensive. They're way out of the reach of the common person. And as I stand here as a cancer survivor, I'm speaking about the common person, the wananchi who is really suffering and doesn't know what to do, Honorable Speaker. Some of these patients, cancer patients, survivors, who have, who had colon cancer, they need to keep, reusing, changing their colostomy bags. Because, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to real-time situation, after eating, after some hours in a day or after 2 days, you have to excrete, the body has to excrete the waste. Because if the body does not do that, what happens? The body becomes fatigued, and also the waste also go to other parts of the body instead of being excreted. People get disease and all that, Honorable Speaker. I want us to feel the plight of these cancer patients who are really suffering and they have no way out. Honorable Speaker, I want to say, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to provision of these bags, nobody comes in to aid those cancer patients who are always walking around with their bags. And there's need for KRA to also intervene and waive the taxes that come along with the health devices, such as colostomy bags. They should actually not be taxed at all, Honorable Speaker. Even prosthetics, they should not be taxed, Honorable Speaker, so that they're affordable to the common man, Honorable Speaker. It is unfortunate that sometimes we do not remember the declarations that Kenya did, like the Abuja Declaration, that 15% of money should go to health. Sometimes we forget these, these declarations. And Honorable Speaker, I'm speaking about an issue that can affect everyone. Honorable Speaker, everyone is a candidate of cancer. Nobody can say that someone was too careless with his life and he got cancer, Honorable Speaker. So I'm talking about a motion that is going to help you and I and all Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, because millions and millions of Kenyans are suffering, Honorable Speaker. And when it comes to palliative drugs, Honorable Speaker, they're also very expensive, Honorable Speaker. Sometimes you'll find that cancer patients want the drugs, but they're not able to access the drugs because they're so expensive. Palliative drugs should be exempted of tax, 100%, Honorable Speaker. And apart from that, they should be available in hospitals. Because sometimes you find cancer patients, you find someone has colon cancer, he has all the pains, she has all the pains, but then she doesn't have the drugs. They do not have the drugs. They do not have the palliative drugs. So there's need for the county government to ensure that these drugs are free, absolutely free, Honorable Speaker, so that we defend our constitutional requirement, our constitutional demand, Article 43, that everyone has a right to the highest standards of health, Honorable Speaker. We must do something as a Senate, Honorable Speaker. And as I speak here, Honorable Speaker, I feel the pain of those cancer patients who are permanently working with colostomy bags. And Honorable Speaker, many people work with these, colostomy bags. Nobody has aired this issue. Even Napoleon Bonaparte himself was a user of colostomy bag. He died of stomach cancer. So I'm speaking about an issue that we must look for ways and means of legislating so that cancer patients, especially those who wear colostomy bags, are helped, Honorable Speaker. Some of these patients, and I was able to interact with one, he told me that it is unfortunate that he changes the colostomy bags after, maybe in a day, even 3. Sometimes he can even use 3. Sometimes he can even use 4. And if they're not changed, you can imagine what goes on, Honorable Speaker. Because when it comes to excretion, it is normal. If you do not excrete, it means there's something wrong with you. And there are organs of the body that actually function this. The lungs are very important in excretion. The skin is very important in excretion. And also the colon is also very important, Honorable Speaker. So if someone is not able to excrete the waste matter, it means that it goes back to his body. When it goes back to his body, he is not even able to be comfortable, and then he'll be diseased. And this is something we can rectify, Honorable Speaker. I want to say, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to users of colostomy bags, they should actually not be ridiculed. They need to be understood. There's need for awareness about even use of colostomy bags. Even in county governments, the county executives should ensure that even in their budgets, they do not only have money set aside for medical equipment without touching the issue of cancer, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, people with cancer are never followed. Nobody ever makes a follow-up to see how they're getting on. Even the active cancer patients, no one makes a follow-up. But when somebody dies, you'll just hear that he fought a good fight. He was brave. No one wants to be brave. No one wants to fight a fight. There is no fight. When you're in the land of the living, you behave as the living. Honorable Speaker, there is need for intervention so that those who use colostomy bags are helped during their time in life, Honorable Speaker, because they have a right to health. Honorable Speaker, when you talk about also issues of health, it touches on SDG. It touches on SDG 3 that talks about health, that talks about good health. We cannot talk about Vision 2030 and health if we are forgetting a big chunk of people that have cancer, Honorable Speaker. So I want to say, Honorable Speaker, my humble request as I actually move this motion is that county governments actually implement the constitutional requirement of ensuring that everyone is healthy, because health is a mandatory requirement, and they ensure also that palliative care is given, and they even ensure that there's a register for, those who have cancer, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say that on the floor of this House, it is very unfortunate that when it comes to cancer patients, when it comes to active cancer patients, when it comes to cancer survivors, there are so many NGOs that deal with cancer. Some of them are even briefcase NGOs. But if you are a real cancer patient and you go to them, they will not help you. If you want chemotherapy to be helped, they will not help you. But they will earn a lot of money. Some of them are even donor funded, and they get a lot of money. But when it comes to supporting the real cancer patient who needs to be supported, they do not do that. Some NGOs I know, they wait even for someone to die. And they say that this is a foundation, in honor of so-and-so who had cancer, all that, but your family does not benefit. The money goes to them. It is time NGOs stopped being cunning. It is time NGOs stopped gambling with the lives of people. Honorable Speaker, we should never say when someone has died of cancer that she fought a good fight or she really braved. We need to intervene at the time when somebody is alive and see how to help that person, Honorable Speaker, because we want our citizens to be productive. Even those who are cancer survivors, they need to be productive, Honorable Speaker. And they can only be productive if we implement the constitutional requirement of ensuring that everyone's health is catered for, a Honorable Speaker. And there's need also to do a county audit to see how do county executives, they deal with the issue of cancer. Because a lot of money is even taken, to counties to deal with cancer. But when you come across the real cancer patients, you find that nobody is helping them, Honorable Speaker. On my phone call, I always receive a message from a cancer survivor like me, who is going through pain. She's always asking for money, you know, for drugs and all that because of the pain she's going through. But there's money that has been sent somewhere to help her. There's money in the counties. There's money even nationally. Sometimes even nationally, you just see, you know, people talking about cancer awareness, blah, 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 they're doing this. They get a lot of money on behalf of these people who are suffering. It is time people stopped using others as rubber stamps. Honorable Speaker, my fair request is that there is need for an audit to find out in the counties, what do they do about cancer patients? And the real cancer survivors should be brought on board. Because some of these people just, you know, have white elephants where they say, we are doing this for cancer, we have screening, we have what and what, but if you go to them, they will not help you, Honorable Speaker. I'm saying from an informed perspective, because even as a cancer survivor, I have done so many cancer awareness activities in this country. Even from the time I was a lecturer, I was aware that I have also a constituent as a cancer survivor, but I used my money to do all these things. When you approach these NGOs, they will not support you, but they'll want you to be part of them so that they use you as a rubber stamp. We are helping the Musuruve Foundation, we are helping LibCard, we are doing that. I don't want to be used as a rubber stamp. I have my brains. I'm speaking for a group that is not remembered, Honorable Speaker. So I want to suggest, Honorable Speaker, that even this motion, as it goes to the floor, I hope that my fellow senators will support me, and as they support me, let the concerned authorities do what is actually meaningful, do what is actually humane. And I call upon Senator Enoch Wambua to second me in this motion. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Enoch Wambua.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, looking at the time, I don't have a lot of time to second this very important motion, but I will spend the time that I have as wisely as I can to make sure that I am able to second within the constraints of the time that I have. Madam Speaker, I'll begin by really thanking and congratulating Senator Gertrude Musuruve for bringing this motion to the floor of this august house. And to say that she has distinguished herself as a leader in this country who really fights for the rights of the less privileged in society and the vulnerable in society. So in bringing this motion, Senator Gertrude Musuruve, I thank you, I congratulate you. Madam Speaker, this motion, as I support it, is a straightforward motion, and a motion that should attract the support of all senators in this House and all stakeholders in the health sector. I say this, Madam Speaker, because health is listed as a basic human right under Article 43 of our Constitution on economic and social rights, that every Kenyan has a right to access the highest standards of health attainable in this country. Madam Speaker, the provision of colostomy bags in this country, in hospitals across the country, has been made impossible and inaccessible to a lot of people because of the cost of the bags. Madam Speaker, one of the major factors that makes these bags very expensive and other items in the health sector very expensive is the issue of the value added tax, the VAT. And I don't even understand why government would want to tax appliances or items like this that are supposed to go to helping the very vulnerable in society. So, Madam Speaker, the place to start would be, even in support of this motion, to ask the government to zero rate taxes on not just colostomy bags, but other items that are needed by cancer patients and other patients, including urine bags, artificial breasts. Because by just that act of reducing or zero rating these items, the cost will go very, very low. They will become not just accessible, but affordable to a great majority of patients. Madam Speaker, one of the other things that I would ask Senator Musurove to look into is even on the titling of the motion itself. Because she is talking about colostomy bags to cancer patients and survivors in county hospitals. I know where she's coming from. She's coming from a position that health is a devolved function, and that when we legislate, then we have our